Welcome to Monday Night Meat and Potatoes, the podcast where three guys with big opinions and even bigger appetites go head to head on all things food, movies, sports, and whatever else gets us fired up. We blind taste test the best and worst colas, barbecue sauces, peanut butters, and those weird pickle-flavored snacks you see at the store but never dare to try. We rank them, we review them, and sometimes even surprise ourselves. Because trust us, we did not expect Casey Masterpiece to take the crown. It's not just food. We're talking movies, sports, personal stories, and whatever madness is going on in the world. One thing's for damn sure. We're loud, we're funny, and we're not afraid to tell it like it is. Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. Now, here are your hosts, James, Fridge, and Tommy.
Hey, it's another Monday Night Meat and Potatoes here. We have a guest this week. You can find him in the local music scene, front manning a local band called Dragsaw.
Dragsaw sucks.
Dragsaw sucks. Also, if you want to check him out, owner-operator of a local karaoke company at Tipsy McStaggers here in Warren, Michigan. Check him out for fun karaoke that doesn't take itself too seriously. If you want to hear him sing fun songs, metal songs, rock songs, and maybe me do a little Tiny Tim on the side there. Welcome, Andy. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Jeff.
I don't think that's right.
Oh, no, I'm Andy. No, this is pretty cool. I know you've been wanting to get this fired up for a while. I'm glad I can come on. Yeah.
Come on, what?
Your show.
Oh, opportunity for a joke there. You didn't use it?
Yeah. No, so yeah, I've been frontman of Dragsaw for almost a decade. We've been running that karaoke up there for pert near 5 years, I think. So,
yeah,
it's a fun time.
Dragsaw, what would you classify yourself genre-wise?
We're calling ourselves scrap metal.
Scrap metal.
Nice.
So we're kind of sludgy, kind of like Pantera down.
Okay. Don't get shot on stage.
I will do my best.
Well,
on
I
a
guess
good show.
that's more for your guitar player, I think.
Yeah.
I was actually I was at your last show about 15 shows ago, so it was pretty cool.
The farewell show.
Yeah.
Hey, every good band has to already have a farewell show.
All right. Welcome, Andy. Thanks for coming on the show. Tonight we're going to start with a little icebreaker. I think Tommy's got us this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I thought about what I should start with, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, what are your biggest pet peeves?
Oh, you're bonging over there now.
If I can't use a bong, I'm going to bong myself.
I have three that are my pet peeves. I didn't know if you guys want to start, or you want me to just start with mine.
I want to hear yours.
Okay. I don't like to be late. That's one. I hate being late or when people are late. It's different if you say we're having a party and you say, it's going to be around 8. I don't mind showing up around 8:20, but like a doctor's appointment, I actually get anxiety. Like I get sick to my stomach, get sweaty, and it even irks me. It's when I have church, if I'm going to church and the service is at noon, if I'm going to be there at 12:02, 12:03, I would rather just turn around and go home. I do not like being late.
Yeah, that's why I don't leave until 12:03 when I go to church too, so I can turn around. So you're gonna say you have a problem with being late for a doctor's appointment, and that's the example you used. But do you have a problem when the doctor is calling you back an hour after your appointment time?
You've sat
Yes,
there and sat there.
Exactly. And I've even said to my doctors before, or actually the nursing staff, it's like you expect, because they had a note, if you arrive after 10 minutes, they have the right to cancel your appointment. And I had jokingly said, it's all right for me to be 9 minutes late or 10 minutes late. You'll cancel my appointment. But I sit out in the waiting room for 30 minutes. Then I have to sit and wait 15, 20 minutes in the actual doctor's office room. And he comes and sees me for 5 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, reviewing the notes from the assistants.
Yeah. James and I just had a really funny incident regarding this last week.
We did?
We were meeting up to get dinner,
Oh yeah.
And it was said, hey, 6 o'clock, let's be here at like 5:57. James and I get out of our cars at the same time, walk up, and the person that we were waiting for were like, oh, it's 6 o'clock. Where are you? Oh, I'm leaving. I'll be there shortly.
That drives me crazy.
We can call them out. We'll dox them. It's Sydney.
Oh, yeah, it's Sydney.
You know. Sydney runs on Sydney time.
So that would be, I guess, number 3 in my top pet peeves. Number 2, people who are disorganized drives me crazy. I don't understand. I don't get it. It might be just more a me thing, having to be organized. Like I have a lot of beard oils. They're all organized by their scent, as far as like seasonal scent. My movies are organized in alphabetical order. I even have an app that has them all organized. The clothes in my closet are t-shirts, then they're by color, then I have jeans, and then I have my dress pants, and then it just
You're a fucking psycho.
yeah.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to steal a joke from a famous comedian, but do you arrange your music, since we're a food-based podcast? Do you arrange it by food? Like is corn, meatloaf, and the cranberries together?
No, but I do have organization when it comes to the food. Like I can't, like even in
If
the
you
pantry.
put food on a plate, is it meats first, vegetables, and do you?
Can your
order?
food touch?
Can it
The
touch?
food can touch, yes, but they are organized. Yeah, absolutely.
But do you eat them one at a time, or do you
Yes,
bounce
I
around?
eat them all-
Oh Jesus!
I am an eat all things one at a time. So if I have 3 different items on my plate, I finish one before I move on to the other. So I do
that
do
I
that.
do, yes.
You do.
I do that.
I do. Yep.
I save the best for last.
And I do too. I do save the best for last. But like, as I'm trying to get healthy and lose weight, as we've talked about on the pod, if I have veggies on my plate, I'm eating them first, because if I don't, I'm not eating them. So I'm eating my veggies first.
And the biggest one, I don't even feel comfortable saying it in front of James, because I know he's going to use this against me and constantly do it now. I don't like made up words. And if I'm going to elaborate, like Becca brings protein coffee. So she calls it Profi
What?
or Profi.
What?
She makes cheese waffles and they're called Troffles. Like everything is like hyphenated words now.
If you're a divorce lawyer in the area of Metro Detroit, please let Tommy know. No, I'm not going to do that. That one sucks.
Like the word ginormous. I hate the word ginormous.
That one
It
might
was
be a
all-
legitimate word now, though.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Well, no word is originally. I mean, if it becomes part of the actual lexicon of your language, though, are you going to embrace it? I mean,
No, I won't use it.
to
I've never
Google
heard
something
somebody
20
say
years ago was,
lexicon.
no.
No, that's a
Like I think the
Big
word
word.
Riz is stupid.
Oh, yeah, do not hang out with Gen Alpha.
But I get it. But like 20 years ago, you weren't saying go Google it.
I was going to use
Yeah,
that
but
example.
Google's an actual word.
Now it is.
But Google was an actual word and an actual website.
Google is a website now, but Google is misspelling of the number Google, Googol.
Okay.
And to Google something is to search it now. But it was a number. A word meant the number, a Google, like a Googleplex. But it became part of the, I'm sorry, John, lexicon. To search something is to Google it.
Now, there are certain words like slang that I don't mind. Like you used one earlier and I've used it, doom scroll. That's not really a made up word to me. That is just a slang and I don't mind. No cap, I think is dumb, but it's not a made up word to me, if that makes sense. But my biggest out of all of them is people putting suffixes on words, like Christmassy, Halloweeny. Like, oh, I don't like this, Halloween decoration because it's not Halloweeny enough.
Myers.
Kroger's.
I hate the S. I hate the Michigan S. You know.
That drives me crazy. There is a girl I watch on YouTube. She does review things and stuff, and every single product, she puts like the EY, the LY on like a t-shirt. Yeah, I don't like the feeling. It's not t-shirty enough for me.
No.
and it drives me crazy.
I mean, it doesn't bug me, but But what about putting "fuck" inside of a word? Abso-fucking-lutely.
I don't do it. It does.
But does that one bug you? Does that irk you?
No, I think it's more the one like Christmassy, and that one that just seems lazy to me. Just
I shove fucking almost any word I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like every day.
You can't think of a word to describe a shirt. Oh, it's too t-shirty. Oh, it has too much cotton in it. It's just lazy. Can't think of. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Do you know where witches have a problem getting pregnant? Their husbands have Halloweenies. Speaking of weenies, I think we're going to put some in our mouth today. So,
Yes.
Anyway, thank you for sharing that. No, I'm not going to do that to you.
I just figure something irritates me, so you're going to do it just to mess with me.
I might bring up fucking fruits again, but I'm not going to.
Now that it's in my head, I might, but I'm not going to do it on purpose.
I don't. I mean, the only one you're going to get from me, and my fiance hates it, and she literally has said, "Can you stop saying this?" I call chicken chimkin. I'm not going to stop that one though.
I saw a meme, and ever since then I can't fix it.
Yeah, it's been a decade.
I do
so
say
guilty.
sausage.
Okay, so
sausage.
I'm so guilty of this. I deliberately mispronounce stuff, so now I have a hard time pronouncing things the way they're supposed to be. Example, DeQuandre. Like, I know it's DeQuinder, but I've caught myself because
I
I've
didn't even think of that. I was like, what are you saying?
Mispronounced
You're
it.
talking about the street, not the
Yeah.
guy that used to play in the Lions.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Quandre. Never mind.
Quandre, yeah.
All right, let's just go down the line then. Andy, let's hear a pet peeve or two.
Oh, I got a lot. Like, as soon as I
got a lot of
heard
problems
you
with
say
you
that.
people.
So I'll just start with the biggest because this one might put me in jail someday. When you're at a gas station trying to get gas, all you got to do, you got to walk in, grab your shit, get out. Lotto.
Oh my god.
Those people that'll sit there in front of you and take up 15 minutes doing lotto shit.
Especially when they see you with like just a pop in your hand.
Like, I even have cash, like
Yeah,
$5, like I'm just trying to go.
If I'm doing lotto, and I hardly ever do, it's usually when it's like $1 billion. If I saw someone, I'm like, I'm buying 10 tickets, go ahead, sir.
Yep. That's just common courtesy.
You think so?
I got Lotto. Go for it.
This literally just happened to me on Friday. We walked up at the counter at the same time. I said, go ahead. She says to the cashier, I need 2 tickets for tonight's lotto. He says to her, are you going to pick the numbers? You want auto pick? She's like, auto pick. Do you want them together or you want them separate? And she sat there and danced around, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And it was still cold out, not nice like it is today. And we were at the Kroger gas station, so it's the outside, and I'm standing out in the cold. What should I do? And I'm like, oh my God, I was nice and let you go ahead of me. Will you please is auto pick or pick your own number? It's not that hard. You should have already had this already worked out as you walked up to the cashier. Yeah.
I would have literally been frothing with rage.
I was so ticked.
So it's in the same breath. One of my pet peeves are people, especially as a fat guy, and again we're a food-based pod. When you go somewhere that doesn't have new menu items and people have to browse the menu that they've been to 100 fucking times.
This is Becca, and it drives me crazy.
I was going to say, I'm going to get in trouble for this one, but that's my wife. No matter
That's
where
my
we go.
fiance. It's hey, let me look at the menu. What?
Why?
They have had the same 9 things since we were 12 years old. The only new thing is arranged differently of the same ingredients, just fucking order.
Yeah, but I don't know what I want.
It's
like,
have you guys all seen
How?
Men in Black?
Nachos.
Men in Black
Nachos.
3. You've all seen it.
Yep.
Men in Black 3. He's sitting there. Oh, he's browsing the menu. My partner will browse the menu for 10 minutes, ask what the specials are, and then he's going to order an apple pie. Just order the apple pie.
So last year at some point, I think it was last year, it might have even been the year before that.
COVID time.
So, Scott and I are sitting up at Tipsy's, and he asks for a menu. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, we live here. You know what they have. We proceeded to go through the whole menu with somebody, like, checking us. And the only thing we missed was, like, a salad.
Yeah. And what did he get? A quesadilla?
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
And, like, I'm the kind of person, like, what I'm doing now is when I ask for a menu up there, it's literally just look, point. Just because I know what they have, like, something has to sound interesting.
I get it. Yeah. Order the car ramrod burger.
Yep.
Man, that is a really good one about the food, because it does drive me nuts every time. It's like, Becca, how many times have you been here? It doesn't change. Well, they could have something new. It would be in big bold letters on the
special.
sign, special, limited time only.
Okay, that brings up another one for me. And I'm not calling out anyone on this one, but anyone that's listening that knows me knows who I'm talking about. I don't like it when a restaurant says, "Come in for our special," when it's the same fucking thing every week on that day. Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings is not a special to get buy one get one free wings.
Nope.
It is not a special on Wednesday to have Wing Wednesday. A special is something uniquely made for that day.
So you're telling me the hot and ready is not a special?
No, it's not.
Nope. That is a business model.
Thank you. All right. Andy, pick another one out of your million.
So 2 more, I guess. Slow walkers. Like, I'm not saying that, like, somebody who's, like, really big and can't walk fast. I mean, like, I'm trying to get somewhere. You're taking up. I can't get
They're
around
just
you.
in the middle, fucking
Yeah.
around.
You're triggering me back to the
Like,
hallways in high
either,
school.
Yup, like, sitting on their phone, just standing there, or they'll just stop.
Oh,
and
the-
it's
the-
like,
Just have no spatial.
The spatial
Yeah.
awareness is awful.
It's like they don't understand, like, people like that just don't understand other people exist.
And these fucking cell phones make it worse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Distracted
That's
walkers.
the root of like all 3 of mine.
But I'm literally I'm the guy that I'm in a grocery store and someone is, in the middle just slowing down or stopping and they're on their phone or whatever. I literally will squeeze by and be like, just stop in the middle of the fucking walkway. And I will say it loud as I'm passing them. No one has ever called me out on it yet because they know they're wrong. And I might go to jail for that one because, if someone talks back to me, I'm going to just... Microsoft went down 3 points and throw a can at their fucking head. So... Oh, look, you wear the same size T-shirts.
Still at Hooters.
Hooters.
And then and my last one, and this is kind of a newer one. I'm so fucking sick of needing an app for everything. If
Or a
you
subscription.
indulge in fast food, as I think we all do,
Yeah.
it is financially irresponsible to not use the app.
Absolutely, because everything's cheaper.
Like,
Everything.
a lot of times for breakfast, I'll clock in at work, I'll go grab McDonald's or whatever.
No, you got your food before you clocked in.
Yeah. And but it's like the app, it's $2 for any breakfast sandwich. Even if you get their cheapest sandwich, which I think is like a sausage biscuit, that's still like a $3.50 sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Was that McDonald's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like literally not using an app
It's
is
a
financially
and you get
irresponsible.
it's a daily. They have a daily 25% off coupon. Like,
Yep.
You're just literally charging 25% more if you don't download our app.
Exactly.
I'm a bad fat dude. Like I didn't even
And,
know
like,
about
I'm-
this.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't.
Always
have
order in
anything.
the app and use their deals.
Always.
Yeah. Burger King's pretty good too.
Not to mention you build points and you get free items with the points.
I only
Yep.
use Taco Bell. I didn't do McDonald's. and
Taco
stuff.
Bell
Bell's
has
dis-
the worst reward system, and I don't even use Taco Bell.
They're disgusting. I'm
I
going to
did
stand
it
by
for
that.
the nuggets.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so like
I'm with you on that one.
McDonald's, Taco Bell, Del Taco, like I have so many damn apps on my phone.
Yeah.
And the one thing I've noticed is I don't really do online shopping. So my online targeted ads, like if I'm playing a game that has an ad break, I get hit with Taco Bell, McDonald's. When I was trying to buy that bed years ago, all of my Facebook ads were all just beds. And then I got targeted with one specifically for fat people. And I was like, all right, motherfucker. all right, Facebook.
I completely get that one. I have an entire folder that just says food.
Yeah.
It's because if I'm going to stop at a restaurant that has a food app, I'm going to order through the app.
Hey, Tommy, how do you organize your apps on your phone?
I actually have all the Apple apps. Then I have the
Okay,
next.
just stop. You're going to piss me off. This is a pet peeve of mine is people that are too organized. I'm literally the opposite of you. Does it bother you we're doing this in my living room that has chaos everywhere?
No, but see, it was.
And ketchup.
But
That was supposed to be for last week.
like I said, I started the first pod at where I'm sitting now, and then the second pod you moved me in different seats. It threw
I
me
didn't
all,
move you.
Well,
You sat differently.
it threw me all off
I
though.
I threw you off
He,
because I said
he,
Yeah.
bl- he blames sitting in this chair of breaking our boom mic.
No, that's because he He-manned it. And
Yeah,
he
I
tried to
did
screw
He-Man,
through
but
the table.
I was thrown off. I was
went righty
all beside
loosey.
myself. And yeah,
One too many Uggas.
All right, Fridge, you're up.
So, number 3. I want to say the teenagers, but like the younger generation at the gym on their phone, sitting there, doing whatever the fuck they're doing for like 20 minutes.
We're on a Fat Man podcast, and you're talking about the gym.
Yes, because I'm trying not to be a fat man. But, so yeah, the phones sitting there, doing selfies, TikToks, whatever you're doing. Stop.
It irks me even watching the ones where the teenagers get like entitled that someone walked in their view when they're doing a workout video. They're like, "What'd you do? What did you mean?" And it's like, dog, you're filming in a place you probably shouldn't even be filming.
yeah.
Number 2, putting your car in park in a drive-through.
All right.
When they tell you to pull forward, like, oh, can you just pull it past
Instantly.
the window?
Oh,
Keep your foot on the brake.
when I get through a drive-through, and especially when there's no one behind me, or I don't have a complicated, I'm like, I have 2 items, and they're like, "Can you pull up? We'll bring your food out." No, I'm not in charge of your fucking drive-through timer. Give me my food. I'm gonna wait right
When
here.
did that ever become acceptable that, oh, now you just pull through?
It's one thing if I was unprepared with, and I ordered 30 things.
Yeah.
Or if I have a freshly made thing in
But
there.
you would do it on the app, so you would have everything
Oh, well, that's all.
pre-ordered.
I have a story about that one. I went to Del Taco one time and ordered through the app. I ordered through the app for accuracy, ease of use. It's easier for everyone. And
you
I
can
pulled up.
prepare.
I pulled up to Del Taco. I'm like, "Hey, I got a mobile order for James," and they go, "Okay, we need you to come inside." I am pissed immediately. I'm having a bad day as it is. I believe this was a day that I had an argument with my ex and left the Lions game early. And so I'm pissed off because it was like one of my favorite things. Anyway, long story short, I go inside. I'm like, why the fuck did I order through the app? Make everything easier for everyone for me to have to come in. I order through the app so I don't have to come in. Well, we're just really busy and we weren't used to the. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's not my problem. Anyway,
It's become widely acceptable. Oh, just pull forward, or they'll have this designated
I just
parking
don't like-
spots.
Just don't stop. Just foot
although when I do
foot
go
on
to
the
McDonald's though, I order in the app and just have them deliver it to my car. I just park in those designated
Yeah.
spots.
Oh, and the takeout
yeah,
thing.
that I do.
Yeah,
Doo-doo.
you said doo-doo again.
Okay, just doo count on the top right corner.
Although,
And then-
so Fridge, with your
Oh, I've seen you
statement.
sent me.
Oh yeah, I
pictures.
love how
know.
as soon as we found out, we all just kept sending you pictures of us in the drive-through in park.
Wait, was this like a chat thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I must have missed that one.
Oh, we were sending it for like weeks.
You just got to be ready. Just take your foot off the brake and go. Stop. Or ordering coffee in the middle of the day, and that's all you order. Stop tying up my drive-through lines for coffee.
But you tie up the drive-through line to get food after a buffet,
No, it was Dairy Queen.
which is food after
Ice cream.
It was.
It's a dessert.
It's-
It's dessert. That's
a
not
dessert.
food.
You stopped at a drive-through after
went to
all you
Taco
can
Bell,
eat.
too.
Yes.
Crab, Taco Bell, and Dairy Queen.
Oh my god.
But number 1 would be giving somebody a specific list of directions, having them verbally be told what's on that list, giving them physical list, and them still fucking it up somehow and reading it back to you, not in the order that it's on the paper.
That's a management thing for you, isn't it?
It is.
It's very
Yeah.
much in your job there. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say about that one. I don't
Yeah,
make
go
lists
to
for people.
XYZ and go to walk out the room, and they turn back around and they go, "Oh, so you want me to go to YZX?" No, it's not 1, 2, 3 on the
In
paper.
order.
In order.
All right, I got 2 that come to mind because a lot of these, if you can't tell, have irked me too. But I got 2. You just reminded me of one. This is related to my job. When I work in IT, so when people put in tickets, it's basically an email that says, "Here's my issue," and I respond to it to troubleshoot, and I ask them 2 or 3 questions, and I get the answer to the first question only. People just respond to that first question; they don't respond to the other. It's like they stop reading.
Oh my
Motherfucker,
God.
I can't fix your issue unless you answer all the questions. Tommy's laughing because he
I
used to do
love this
IT.
question. I love this Oh man,
That
this
is
was good.
it's so true. People like just lose their ability to fucking read. Anyway, my biggest pet peeve, and this is in the social media era very much so, when people post something or repeat something they heard that is easily refutable by a simple 30-second Google search.
That's good.
You know,
the misinformation.
This is the first full moon in 923 years that lands on Friday the 13th. No, motherfucker, it happens every 4 years. Like a simple Google search.
I used to do that Google search for these people, and finally I've been so sick of it lately that I'm
Yeah.
like, no, that's not on me.
I used to have the Let Me Google That For You app, and I just used it to fucking comment. And I got bored of that because even then people are still, oh, what's that? Click the link. Anyway.
Becca learned because she would used to say like, you never believe what I heard today. Like, did you hear it on TikTok? Yeah, it's not real.
And I'm not going to, get into it too much, but that is the politics of today's world is repeated nonsense on social media that people do not even research. And someone makes up something and they don't look into it and they spout it off as truth and they're eating the cats and dogs. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It's that game all over again where somebody hears something and adds
telephone.
something to it.
yeah.
And by the
I
time
always
it
call it
gets
operator.
telephone, whatever it
Telephone
is.
game operator. Yeah.
But oh my god!
Guess what?
by
Play
the
Red
time-
Rover. I got Tommy.
Damn it. All right, well, we're not going to do good.
You got a guy named Fridge.
That is true.
All right. Anyway, sorry about that.
I have stubby legs.
Good thing none of our pet peeves are people interrupting you when you're talking because this pod
I
would
am
go
bad
nowhere.
at that.
Yes, you are.
I've gotten better with it, like not letting people do it
Pet peeve: people that don't talk into the microphone.
every time.
I got 2 texts this week about that. I can't hear Fridge. I have headphones on and I can't hear him.
So I do have a question. Did I miss your third one? Because you were like 3.
So the gym, putting cars in park, and not following directions.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I only had 2. Tommy, back to one of yours with adding ly to the this nipply bother you?
Am I nipply over
Oh,
here? Is that why
tidbit
you're
nipply?
a tidbit nipply?
No, because it's not really used unless it's.
It is
refer-
used.
well,
It's used all the time.
I use it all the damn time.
yeah, but I always when I hear nipply,
All right.
I always think of a movie quote.
Nipples.
No, it's a tidbit nipply out.
I think your pet peeve there is null and void. It's picking and choosing which ones you don't do. Like made up words, but you make up words, Tommy.
No, I think it's more like the Christmassy. The
Your name is
t-shirty.
Thomas. Tommy's made up.
Yeah, I really think it's the more. Like I said, like I even wrote a few down. Let me see what I wrote down here.
Back to
Your
that.
microphone turned.
Back to that organization again.
Yeah,
Overly organized.
yeah, I wrote down Christmassy. I did write down Halloweeny. Oh, but I said like words that are silky and happily. I can understand because that's an actual real word.
I was
Real
gonna say
word.
silky's a word.
Yeah, like
So
that.
so what's wrong with cottony?
That's not a word.
But it's the same
It's
thing.
a descriptive. It's cottony, soft.
Actually, I believe cottony might be a word. It's cottony and soft. I think it sounds familiar. It sounds normal. It sounds like home.
It's just we've used it so much, it's become a normal word.
Yeah.
It was. I complained about the Christmassy word, and my family grabbed the dictionary out or Googled it on, and it supposedly is in the dictionary.
They
and I
Googled
still,
it. A made up word.
So
That's
Ginormous is
that's like saying
in the Oxford Dictionary.
they Googled it in the pet peeve of made up words, which is a made up word. It just reminds me of the people that say things like, I don't understand pronouns. Well, you just fucking used one.
well, how about they, their, and them, and all that? They can't use that correctly or spell it correctly.
Well, I mean, a huge pet peeve of mine is bad grammar and spelling, but is it ignorance and refusing to learn the proper way, or are they just not able to grasp it
Doing
because
it out
of
of
learning?
laziness.
That's the thing. Is do you not have the ability to learn it? Do you have a disability of some sort, or do you have a learning something?
I think part of it comes back. I struggled with the grammar when I was younger. Like, man, Tim got it. I used to say treadmill, and he's like, dude, it's treadmill. Where, and we've even had discussions about pronunciations of words like raspberry and
Like what?
raspberry.
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 Yeah,
I'll die on that one. I don't care. I don't say raspberry.
I don't say raspberry anywhere either. It's raspberry, and so
All right.
but my worst one that I had ever done, I was probably 12.
How many
years.
noises you gonna make today?
I know, I'm all over the place. I can't.
We
help
got
it.
him
I'm
thinking
banging
about
the mic.
mispronounced words, and he's thinking about what he drank last week.
Okay, you brought it up with the Krogers and Myers and mispronunciation. Let's talk about the Michigan accent for a moment.
Okay.
Some of the things that I do hate the Phantom S added to stores.
Drives me crazy.
I hate the Myers. I hate the Krogers. Every time someone says, I'm going to Kroger's, I'm like, you went to more than one?
Sometimes you have to.
I deliberately throw an S on words that I know pisses people off.
I know
like
you do it to me.
Pokemons.
Oh, yeah. Our Pokemon. Yeah, I get that. You're literally an instigator, Andy. So, I mean,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's why sometimes I call you Andrew Glenn, because,
Ooh.
yeah, I know. Christian name. But, okay, one that actually bugs me a bit is people that say grocery. It's grocery.
Grocery.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Grocery.
Crayon.
It's crayon.
Crayon.
It's crayon.
Yeah, it's crayon.
I piss people off in Michigan because I say soda.
I
At least we
depends on
don't
what
call it Coke.
say soda a lot. I do mention pop, but I usually will say soda.
I say pop exclusively for Faygo
Okay.
because they coined the term. Other than that, it's soda. It's just always been. So, that was cool. That was fun. That pissed everyone off. I think everyone's blood pressure's up a little bit. Go ahead and comment your biggest pet peeve. Maybe we'll talk about it next time because I'm sure we all share it. I had a little one too. I know you wrote an icebreaker, but I have a fun one because we're gonna get back on the food topic here. 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone loves food. All right, what is your least favorite cuisine, and how much money would it cost to only eat that for the rest of your life?
Least favorite cuisine. Is it something that I'm willing to eat?
Oh no,
but
it
don't
is
like-
your least favorite.
No, I'm just saying, like, is it nachos with ranch or something that I don't like, or is it
When I say cuisine, I mean like Italian, Chinese.
Mexican.
okay? Anything seafood. It would be.
Yeah.
I do not like anything seafood. So some type of fish, I haven't had lobster in years, so my palate may have changed because a lot of people say you have to have lobster the right way. You have to have lobster the right way. You'll love lobster.
Sea bugs.
Crustaceans.
They're sea bugs.
Yeah. So I'm just saying anything seafood. I can that right off the top of my head.
All right.
That was
Then how much money would it cost for you to only eat that for the rest of your life?
for the rest of my life. Oh Jesus. Oh my. I don't know if I could put a price on that because there's no way.
Play the game, Tommy.
I'm trying to think.
All right, Andy, go.
All right, let me know if this is allowed. Shitty, like wedding catering food. How
Okay,
it's
so
always
banquet
just
food.
like it's always the dry ass mastacholi, the dry ass chicken.
The salad that has nothing on it.
Yep. So it's not like a cuisine, but like we
pass.
all
I
Or
give
like
that a pass.
cafeteria food
Yeah.
almost.
It's banquet
Oh,
food.
God.
It's catering food. Yeah, I get it.
No,
The
I've
stuff
had
that's
good
over
catering.
that's stuff that's sitting in an aluminum pan over a sterno.
Yep.
Okay.
I've had good catering, but like
We
we
all
all
have.
had bad.
We're gonna call it just the
wedding catering.
average catering gig.
Yeah.
Because it is always that mastacholi that half the noodles don't even have sauce on it, and the stuff that does have sauce is always either too sweet or gives me indigestion later in the day. So anyway, I'm gonna let it pass.
And I will say, like, now that we're getting older, like, I don't remember ever having better food than that as a kid going to any of those events.
No.
Because it was always the same. Now I've been to some weddings where they're like, oh, we're doing mac and cheese and pulled pork.
That's the woke generation.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we have taste buds now. And then just to eat that, ugh. I need a meal.
$1 million for the rest of your life.
Yep.
I mean,
Because that is
we all got
Until a year?
we all got to look at the bright side. We're going to lose weight and be healthier because we're not going to eat as much.
That's very true.
I'll
So-
die
What
in
if it's
3
our
months.
least favorite? We wouldn't be eating it anyways.
Yeah,
You're getting
I
paid to
die of
only eat
starvation in
it.
3
Oh,
months.
you're getting paid to only. I misunderstood. you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Fridge, what's your least favorite cuisine?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a hard question
It is.
Like,
I know.
because there's a little bit of good in everything.
I that's the thing is, there are dishes you could probably find
what
that'll
would
make
I
it
wanna give
survivable.
up?
But then if you only find 2 or 3, you're surviving on blandness because you're going to get bored.
Can I
Like the
just say,
cop out would be
anything-
vegan cuisine, right?
I mean, I could eat vegetables for the rest of my life.
I mean, I was a vegetarian for 5 years. I was fine.
I could, but like you'd have to like spice it up with some sugar and stuff.
That's not a spice. Sugar. So would vegetarian cuisine be your least favorite? Is that what you're saying, or
I actually dislike a lot of pasta.
so Italian probably?
Who
I would-
eats pasta?
I would have, yeah.
Well, my dad isn't a big pasta guy.
I would say it's like
Scott's
an
weird.
Italian. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Least favorite Italian.
Okay. And how much is it going to cost you to eat that exclusively for the rest of your life? No, Italian, you get lucky. You
Well, I
get
got
pizza
really
in
high
there.
blood pressure, so not too much longer. Probably like, I don't know.
You got a lot of seafood. You got a lot of pasta. You got a lot of pizza. I mean, Italian has a lot of options.
I know I'd probably screw myself not realizing things came from Italian cuisine,
Yeah.
and then
I just can't even. Think
I don't know.
of
I'd say
anything.
probably like 15 mil.
$15 million.
Yeah.
What is wrong? You need that much money?
Yeah.
I would eat one thing for the rest of my life for $15 million. I would eat prison loaf for the rest of my life for $15 million.
I was about to buy $5 Kroger sushi.
Kroger sushi's not bad. They make it fresh every day.
The $5
Check out-
one.
Yeah, check it on DoorDash on Wednesdays. It's half off.
That's
yeah.
scary.
It's not bad. I've never gotten sick, and it's not
Oh,
bad.
there's that app again.
There you go. My believe it or not, my least favorite cuisine is American food.
Like burgers.
Like your typical American fare that you'd see at I don't know.
hamburger and fries. Hot
a
dog.
barbecue,
Yeah, I mean any of that.
potato salad.
And it's not saying that I don't like it. It's just overall, it's my least favorite. I prefer ethnic foods. I like Mexican food, and Chinese food, and Japanese food, and Thai food. And,
Oh, you like things with flavor?
yeah, exactly. Anyway, so
And spice?
I'm going with American food. And I'm going with $10,000 a month. I don't need a number because I want as long as I live.
So $10,000 a month. How long do you think you're gonna live for? It'd be a couple $1 million.
I mean, I'd give myself another 30 years probably at least.
Okay.
So what 30 years times 12, that's 360 months. So it gives me $360,000, but by splitting it monthly, I'm not wasting $1 million up front like Andy's definitely going to.
Oh, I would blow that money like 48 hours.
Well, yeah, I mean, you with $15 million scares the shit out of me. All of a sudden, there's going to be a flamethrower on the front of your motorcycle
I'd have motorcycle chariot.
with a chicken nugget fry basket.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I guess there would have to be. I would find something that I could stomach, so I would need a big payment up front, kind of like a guaranteed money contract.
Because
So let's say like a $10 million up front, and then I kind of want to,
See?
and then a payment every.
So here's what I'm noticing. Andy and me like money more than food.
Yep.
And you guys like food more than money is what you're getting at.
Yeah, I guess. Look at my size. I didn't dislike food for a reason.
I get it. Okay, so on the flip side, here's the other half of it.
Okay.
What is your favorite cuisine and how much to never eat it again?
I wasn't asking how much
Oh.
to put ketchup on pierogi.
$100? It's a sin, but I'll do it for money. You're
To
talking
eat it for the rest of your life.
the rest of my life, ketchup
That's
and
all-
pierogi?
that's
That's
all
it?
you
Do I
get.
get all kinds of pierogi? And do I get all kinds of ketchup?
No, you get like the bad ones, like the kraut.
The kraut is like one of my favorite pierogies. What are you talking about? But that makes it worse to go with ketchup.
I know.
Only pierogies and ketchup. 3 million. All right. But by the way, you're talking to a guy that drunkenly ate a piece of pizza off the dirt floor dirt ground near the horse stall at the Renaissance Festival for $5.
I don't know
So-
what's worse, that or me eating salad off a Tipsy's floor.
Ooh,
I'd say me.
I ate a tube of chapstick.
$5 is $5 though.
Oh, that's
did
a
it for
whole
free.
different bet there, Andy. I originally did it for, I think it was $50, and Scott backed out and said, I didn't say that, and then he bought me a Pepsi, so, which was, I think it was actually $4.50. So, but I was drunk and needed more chaser for my booze. I brought a gallon flask to the Renaissance Festival, so
Lord.
yeah. Oh, I blacked out within like 3 hours. I don't remember much. Anyway, favorite food item. Reverse of this game here.
Item or cuisine?
Cuisine item. We'll go cuisine. Favorite cuisine. How much to never eat it again?
Okay.
Should be a lower number, I'd assume, because there's so many options you still get to eat.
Now I have a question. If I say Asian cuisine, are we lumping Chinese, Thai
Yes.
all together
Yes.
in one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you say Asian, I mean, you're including Middle Eastern food too.
That's what I'm saying.
Russian food.
If I say just Chinese,
that is
that
a
means
cuisine.
I still get my Thai and.
I
you
mean,
know,
I would be most specific as I can here, you know. And,
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm cutting out Asian food completely, you need to pay me enough to retire and then some. So I'm going 10 to 15 million for that one.
Yeah.
Because Asian food is my favorite. But if you knock out just Chinese, I prefer Thai. I only
Yeah,
need
that's what I
$1
was thinking.
million bucks for that one, you know.
Because it's a tie between Italian and
Thai.
Yeah.
you know.
So Italian is amongst your favorite, is what you're saying.
Yeah, Chinese, you know, oh, man. I'd probably knock out the Chinese food. Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Two of us took that the same way.
And then once you guys started laughing, I realized why.
We're gonna knock out the Chinese.
Yeah, probably Chinese food. And what? If I just get a monthly stipend, that'd be nice. You know, let's say $5,000 a month.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
This is a hard one.
Is it harder for you on this one?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't want to use the same answers, but Chinese is one of my absolute favorites. I feel like we've eaten that a ton over the years.
I mean, anyone that's seen the picture of me during COVID when my favorite Chinese restaurant finally opened back up knows how much I love Chinese. I get it, guys.
Yeah.
It's the happiest anyone's ever seen me in a photo. I had rice in my beard, and like the meal was already gone when he took the picture, and I'm just. I was in Uncle Chuggy's downstairs.
So, Chinese is way up there for me, but believe it or not, I love Polish food.
It's solid.
So,
You know, just don't put
that
ketchup
would-
on your fucking pierogies fridge.
that would probably be my most favorite.
We should go back to Wawa.
Yeah, I tried. I tried to take Gary there,
Yeah?
and there was like some funeral or something, so we couldn't stay. I was sad.
Fuck.
Is that the
Guy had
place
to
I
die.
sent you the
Yeah.
picture of? Okay.
Yeah. We've
Oh yeah,
it's amazing.
his dad got enough food for a family.
He got the family feast. It
And
fed
then-
4, and he got it to himself. Yeah.
Oh.
So Polish food, how much is it going to cost you to not eat it again?
And that's hard because I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. This one's got to be like 10 mil.
Ooh. Okay. Again, I think it's going the same way. Food versus money here. You're picking money over food. Frigidator. Sorry, that's a made up word. Fridge.
I was going to say.
I would do anything like Americana.
So your favorite is my least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much to never eat it again?
To never eat it again, I'd do the monthly stipend, as he says. But it'd be like 10 G's a month. That way I don't have to work. If
Yeah.
I'm not working. I'm
I get that. Mine's easy. So my favorite is Thai food. And you just make sure my bills are paid with my current lifestyle. I don't need to upgrade. Just make sure I don't have bills. So pay my house payment, pay my car payment. I'm good.
That's 10, and I wanted a little extra, you know.
Yeah, I don't even need a little extra. I can because I can work for my extra fridge. I'll contribute
wanna
to
work.
society.
Well,
If
you
you
take the
don't-
taxes and stuff, but just
Fridge, if you don't work, you will be 3 years to suicide at minimum or at maximum.
you
will
how
be
long
so
I could
bored.
ride my motorcycle.
You're gonna ride it into an embankment because you're too bored. You talk about it when you're bored for 3 hours.
Jack's
What are you gonna do
Tower,
when you have no fucking thing to do?
Does Could he actually live without his chicken nuggets?
No.
I mean, that's Americana. So
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I was saying it's got to be 10. Like it's.
what? I still don't get how you can put
But
Taco Bell nugs above Arby's.
If we don't do it as a nug and it's just a charbroiled piece of chicken, is that considered Americana?
Charbroiled chicken, I don't think really is exclusive to any type of cuisine.
See, I could do
Yeah.
it. No breading.
I mean,
Throw some teriyaki on it with some pineapples, and there it's Hawaiian.
Greek
You
food.
lost me with the pineapple.
You throw Greek food. Hey, you have chicken kebabs. I mean, what is that? A chicken nugget on a skewer without breading. Yeah, I got you.
Dude, now that you brought that up, though, Hawaiian food is so good.
Oh yeah.
Their style of cooking and the way they do barbecue.
So Hawaiian barbecue, if you guys have never had it, is basically Americanized Japanese. And they have your chicken katsu, which is like a thin cutlet of chicken breaded, deep fried. I had Hawaiian food for the first time when I was doing my travel job last year. They have it in Atlanta. They had it in Houston. Everywhere I found it after the first time I had to fucking get Hawaiian food. It's always served with a portion of rice and a portion of macaroni salad. I don't know why. But then you get, it's always this sweet, savory Polynesian combo of chicken.
Usually something pork.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I literally have searched if there's any Hawaiian food around here. The only thing you can get close to is poke bowl, which is not Hawaiian food. It's more of a sushi bowl.
Start a food truck.
I legit have looked into franchising Hawaiian Bros, which is a franchised Hawaiian barbecue place. It's like fast casual Hawaiian. Please, someone, if you're out there and have the money, fucking do it. It's amazing.
I'm trying to think. Kona Grill is good, but it's not Hawaiian.
No, it's Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's amazing. Yeah, Andy, I'm with you there.
I love Hawaiian food.
But I wanted to bring up Fridge kind of in our group chat earlier brought up Surge, and it brought me up to a topic I wanted to talk about. Food items, and I want to even expand on food, and we can talk about things in general, but items and things that were either way before their time or joined the party too late. Because Surge is one of those. They were hitting that energy drink craze before the energy drink craze happened. So, they came out in the 90s. Surge was amazing. It hopped up kids on sugar and caffeine. Parents hated it. They discontinued it. Then all of a sudden, here in the 2020s, they brought it back way too late when the market is flooded with everything caffeine, as Fridge would know. And then they discontinued it again because now they have no market share. So I wanted to bring that up. What do you guys think? Anything that came too early or too late to the party? Because I have a couple if you don't think of any.
Well,
I miss balls.
The water?
The energy drink.
Oh,
Yeah,
they still sell it at Micro Center.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome.
They have expanded their flavor profile. I remember just the blue
it was
bottle.
just
it was
a
a
blue
clear
one,
bottle, yeah.
and I think the clear.
Yeah, and it was just like a Sprite almost with guarana.
it's
But now
water.
they have a root beer and they have a cherry. No, but they still sell it. Yeah, I love it. Every time I'm at Micro Center, I do buy some balls.
So the smoke shop next to Tipsy's, I went in there last week, and they're selling the. All right, everybody, it's an energy drink. They're selling cocaine.
Okay, yeah. I've never had it.
So
it's terrible.
I remember being like a kid, and I would get the red can. They have a blue can now that's mixed berry. The red can's just titled Fiery. And I remember growing up, I'm like, why is this drink so hot?
I've never had cocaine. Let me rephrase it. I've never had cocaine. I'm like, I've never had cocaine, the energy drink, and I want to. No, I'm okay. Let's just stop there. Anyway, we can talk about energy drinks in a moment. We can talk about our favorites and the best and the worst of. But as for the late to the party or early to the party, Sega Game Gear. Too early to the handheld because full color,
Oh, it
full
was amazing.
graphics. It was a full Sega Genesis and a handheld version that literally ate batteries. That was the
Yeah, I was just
biggest
gonna say
issue.
you literally
Yeah.
couldnn't afford to play it.
I think an 8-pack of batteries lasted an hour and a half.
Yep.
you had to sit next
Was it
to
8 or 6 that it took?
It might. You know what? I think it's 6, and I can look. It's in my office. I have one. Mine doesn't work anymore, but
I think it was 6 AAA
Yeah.
or double A's.
so that is another thing. I think way too early to the party.
To jump on that in the same company, the Dreamcast.
Again, yeah. Too
It
many
was the best system out there when
I
it came
love the
out.
Dreamcast when I had it.
graphics wise, amazing. Inner inventiveness.
Yeah, they had semen.
Future. Oh my gosh, you talking about the Leonard Nimoy narrated
Yep.
Seaman? Oh my gosh.
So for anybody listening that probably doesn't know this, it's a game where you would talk to a fish creature that had a human face.
A Leonard Nimoy face.
And like you were like the Dreamcast, you had like a microphone that you would attach to the controller, and it was just such a strange game.
There's an entire episode of I think the Angry Video Game Nerd on it.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, that was an interesting game. I never played it, but I've watched many videos on it. But yeah, Dreamcast had memory cards and
There was like a Tamagotchi
that were removable, and and then you had internet capabilities before it was mainstream. Because I know like your Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis had internet capabilities, but they were terrible. Speaking of, this is we'll stick on the video game one. There was a service, I think it was for Genesis. I don't know if any other game systems used it, but where you could put a cartridge in your system.
Game Genie?
No. You could call a number, pay for it over the phone, and it would download a video game to your cartridge that's connected to your Genesis.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
So it would send signals over your phone line and download a game that way. It would take hours to do, even
That
though
is crazy.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
That's something that was way early. It was basically DLC before it was invented with, LAN. Local. Why am I saying LAN? WAN. I'm an IT guy, you fucker.
I never drank it because it was discontinued by the time I turned 21.
Orbits?
I was going to bring up Orbits because it's like a boba tea now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's very similar.
Very similar, but with all the hard seltzers and all this going around, wasn't Zima basically similar?
Zima was the original, spicy water, but I believe they still make it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they still make it. I'm sure it's like market share is way down, but
yeah.
Then you have Perrier,
Yeah.
I mean that's the original seltzer water I think that I know of. I think Zima's alcoholic, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Zima's alcoholics. So with the new trend of everybody having flavored seltzer beer and all, I'm not into that trend, but I'm just saying with the hard seltzer, I thought Zima was almost one of the originals.
Yeah, I would say so. I won't lie. I do drink hard seltzers now, just because it's something I can sip on in between shots. Otherwise, I would die. That isn't a beer because beer makes me bloated. Anyway, long story short, I refused to try seltzers for the longest time because when COVID started, the White Claw no law fucking tagline pissed me off.
No laws when you're drinking clouds.
Okay, we'll go back to pet peeves. That pissed me off so much I refused to even take a sip of one. And it wasn't even them promoting it. It was stupid fucking people drinking it.
Yeah.
No laws when I'm drinking clouds. Shut up. Shut up. That is a pet peeve of mine. I hate stupid things that people... Oh.
Fuck you very much. I almost forgot about that.
Well, you're welcome to remind you of it. So... energy drinks. So let's tag on that because Fridge is on his phone and bored apparently. Fridge, why don't you tell us about your energy drink and caffeine addiction?
It's terrible.
Very descriptive of you. Thank you.
very
Why don't you
terrible.
elaborate a little bit? We just
You
talked
want
about it earlier.
How I start my morning.
You're drinking what, like 1,000 calories of caffeine a day?
So I start the morning with a black coffee, 12 ounce,
Okay, so you're looking at 150 milligrams already.
5-hour energy.
200 milligrams.
Somewhere around 10 o'clock, a 20 ounce Red Bull.
200 milligrams. So we're
Right.
at 500 plus.
Maybe.
This is before noon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, if I'm taking any kind of daily supplements, my Super HD's got some caffeine in it.
It's probably 100 to 300 per.
Maybe 1 soda, 2 sodas a day.
50 to 100, okay.
But then I'll drink 45 ounces of black tea.
Jesus, man.
And I will do that the entire night. So
When's the last time you had a kidney function test?
when I had a kidney stone.
And
last
he's had a
year.
Red Bull while he's over here.
And
Yeah,
I just slammed a Red Bull in the picture that I was laughing at.
But a lot of your caffeine addiction.
Oh, and I had a Monster before I came here. The Dreamsicle. It was delicious.
Oh, those ones are really
It was
good.
really good.
A lot of your caffeine addiction, at least since I've known you, has started since you've had your kidney stone. It's gotten worse, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So you have not had a kidney function test since you've tripled your caffeine intake.
Nah. Pretty safe to say.
Okay, go to a doctor.
Yeah, has your heart exploded yet? Or
It felt like it earlier. It was like, I said it. I was like,
It
I
started
feel like my
groaning.
ribs- I feel like my ribs going in the wrong way. But
Fridge is the person that feels a pain in his body and goes, "Is this the one?" Okay, it passed.
nope.
Like
just a
Bill
fart.
Schwartzky super fans.
It's just a fart. It's okay.
That makes a baker's dozen for me, Bob.
Andy, I know you were really big into the Ghost caffeine drinks, energy drinks.
yeah, I
They
enjoyed
have
those.
some good
like they had
flavors.
some good flavors. Like the one of my favorite candies of all time is gonna be Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
So they actually had Sour Patch Kids flavored stuff.
How accurate was it to the taste?
It was pretty decent, like pretty close. I mean, sugar is sugar.
So, I mean, the only one I tried was the Swedish Fish one. So, Sour
That one
Patch
was pretty
Kids,
accurate too.
It was pretty good.
So
Sour Patch Kids are probably my favorite gummy. So,
yeah, but wow, that is impressive.
That's
you are
on- that's
you
on a
are an
slow
anomaly.
day.
that's a slow day.
That's a slow day. I'll slam a 20-ounce Red Bull and 2 5-hours before I play hockey.
Like I'm usually like
Or
a
I'll do
one,
pre-workout. At
And
like,
you're drinking alcohol, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so you're basically 12-pack of Four Locos back in the day when they were real.
I never had a 4.
I've had one, and it's after they've recalculated their formula, but
Never. I've had maybe 2 Twisted Teas in my entire life.
it was one of the most disgusting drinks.
Oh, it's so
alcoholic
bad.
drinks I've ever had in my life. So.
I'll occasionally get one just because I hate me. And I'll be like, well, if I make it through this, I'm really going to enjoy whatever I drink after.
I mean, if you're talking drinks just because you hate yourself, when I have a bad day and want to get drunk, I start myself with a 252. So
Oofda.
yeah, and for those of you out there that don't know what that is a half and half shot of Bacardi 151. Let me rephrase that: 151 rum because Bacardi is gone, and then Wild Turkey 101 mixed half and half, no chaser, no chill. That'll put some hair on your chest or remove it, depending on what you have. So, yeah, I can go on about the hate myself. Energy drinks, though, back to it. I miss Jolt Cola.
Man,
I never enjoyed Jolt. It wasn't like a...
That was my before high school started. Grab it at the gas station on the way. They came in the 24-ounce aluminum cans that had a twist-off lid. And I loved the way it popped when you opened it. It went
Like a big monster.
like me.
So I used to go out to Ann Arbor, hanging out at Necto.
You were a hippie? Oh, okay, you get a pass.
Monday nights, Goth Industrial.
Yeah, I got you.
And because I'm not super rich, I would straight up get one of the giant monsters, drink about half of it, fill it with Jameson, and I'm like, well, I got to pregame a little bit.
Yeah.
And you get there early enough, you had cheap specials on drinks, so I'd go there, and my first round would be like $25. They'd be like, oh, who all are you buying for? And I'm like, me.
Yeah. You're running a special for an hour. I got to stock up.
Yeah.
I just brought it up earlier. I miss because we
Luna?
talked about Irish
I
Car
knew
Bomb.
where
So
you're going.
I missed Luna. Luna on Wednesday. It was so for those of you again. I'm going to say this phrase a lot, but for those of you who don't know, Luna was a nightclub, dance club in Royal Oak,
Yep.
but not in downtown Royal Oak. It was off the beaten path.
Isn't it like 12 Mile?
It's
12
mile.
Livernois?
No, it's I want to say it's 12 in Woodward. I think
Okay.
it's actually
It's not Woodward. I know it's not Woodward. 'cause
It's
it
either
was a
12 in Maine or
little-
12 in Woodward.
Yeah, I think it's 12 in Maine.
It's right across the street from that.
It's Maine.
in
yeah.
National.
Yep.
Right across from that National Coney Island. Anyway, Wednesday nights, they were sponsored by a local radio station, and from 9 until 10, it was free drinks. Free. And then from 10 until midnight was $2 you call it. Now, I
And like for real, you call it. So
Yeah.
you're not like,
anything you wanted.
not just the trash.
Irish car bombs, with actual
So
Guinness,
good.
Jameson, Baileys.
Yes.
Chocolate milk.
Yeah. So I would go there with my buddy Scott, and we would just hang out in the back by the pool tables and play pool all night. We're not there for the dance club. We're there to get drunk cheaply and play pool. So what we would do is we'd go there at 9 o'clock, and even if they were at capacity, we knew the bouncers. They'd let us in the back door. So we were just like that.
Giggity.
So cool. Anyway, we would sit there at the table. We'd have our server. You could order 2 free drinks at a time. So 2 rum and cokes, please. So the free drinks were not premium drinks. They were just well drinks and beer. So 2 rum and cokes. Go to one. They had 3 bars. 2 bars technically and one really long one that had 2 bartenders. Go to the bartender, 2 rum and cokes. Server comes back, can I get 2 more? Go to the other bar, 2. Anyway, you end up with 10 or 12 drinks. Now, granted, these free ones were half pours. You know, they weren't the best. But they're still enough to get your party started. And then by the time 10 o'clock ran around, I'm doing 10 Irish car bombs. And I'm walking out of there with a $20 tab and a $10 tip. And I'm hammered for $30.
When I was drinking, I would go with you guys. It was one of the best experiences.
It is insane. And then, you know, you had good-looking women dancing on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And I never had the balls to talk to them back then. So then you had to walk through the little car wash.
The car wash to go outside, yeah.
What were we talking about?
Energy drinks.
Energy drinks.
Caffeine.
That got way off topic there. Jolt Cola was
Yeah.
my favorite, though. 5 Hour Energy is awesome. Fridge has hundreds of them.
That's thanks
Yeah.
to my plumber. He brought me about 300 5-hour energies.
Yeah, I took a big handful last week of them.
I turned down a job at that company.
When I was
Friday.
in high school, I had a buddy, his dad was doing like marketing for 5 Hour. So like I was hooked on that. But that was like essentially like first one's free. So he would show up to school and here's some 5 Hour Energy. Here you go. Here you go. And I'd be sitting in class, jittery as hell.
So you brought up about like being poor and, you know, pre-gaming with your Monster can and all that. I have two little things about that. One is, you know, the poor man fucking energy drink, Rip It.
Oh yeah.
99
Good
cents.
Oh, my
Rip It.
Lord.
Rip It is not bad.
It
No,
really isn't
it
bad at
isn't.
all.
You know,
No.
if I want to spend $1, I'm getting a Rip It, you know.
Again, orange creamsicle.
Factual.
They had like a blue raspberry one that I liked.
That one's good.
Yeah. But as for the whole cheap drinking thing, even with my local hole-in-the-wall watering hole bar that I go to, I call them truck rips.
Yeah.
Or when I'm in my motorcycle, I'll call them trunk rips. I have a pint or a fifth with me when I go to the bar, and when I go out and step out for a smoke, I grab myself a shot. And what that does is it gets me drunk cheaper, and the bar still makes a ton of money because I can drink a fuck ton of alcohol. I mean, they're still making $50-$60, and I'm still buying rounds for people because I'm that kind of guy. Because, you know, as Andy, thank you, will say, you can't let you drink alone. So if no one's willing to take a shot with me, I'm going to buy them a shot because I'm not taking a shot alone. Then you have Scott, who, you know, you can't buy him a shot. You can't buy this man a shot because he doesn't want to reciprocate, right? Fine. But then if you're about to do a shot, he goes, wait, I want to do one with you. I'm like, now I have to wait? Especially pet peeve. We're on that topic.
Hurry up and wait.
When I walk into the bar and Scott has already had 2 or 3 shots, so he's buzzed already, and I want my first shot. So the bartender knows me, grabs me a shot immediately because I'm a new customer. It's at my lips, and Scott, wait, I'll do one with you. Motherfucker, let me do my first shot. I'll do my second one with you.
To dogpile on this. Oh my God, our group up at Tipsy's is the worst at taking shots. It goes the same way every damn time. You and I'll be sitting there. Hey, you want to do a shot? Yeah. Hey, everybody, we're going to get a shot. If you want to get one, get one.
We say this every time.
And 20 minutes later, we finally get to do ours. Oh, no, I wanted to get one. Are you kidding me?
And as the group grows, more people hear that you're going to do one,
Yep.
so they fucking add on. Wait, I'll get one. So yeah, you end up with 10, 12 people that you're waiting one shot at a time.
Yep.
Now I'm going to add on to this with a different thing. But it reminds me of what happened to me the other day. I went to Motor City Casino. I'm playing blackjack, and this woman sits down, and it's a $15 table. She pulls out a $20 bill. Now, first of all, I hate these people because you're gonna play one hand, lose, and leave, and you're gonna mess up the fucking shoe. I know you're not messing up the shoe, whatever, but this is for my gamblers out there. We know how it goes. She loses the hand, pulls out a 20, hands it to the cashier or the dealer. Gets $20, puts it down, loses a hand, pulls out $20. Like, fucking change $200 at once. You're holding up the game, and I'm getting pissed. It is the same fucking idea.
Yep.
And it's a pet peeve. It's so annoying. Just pull out your fucking cat. If you're willing to lose $200, pull it out.
In a fucking drive-through.
I think we're. Are we all just impatient people here? Is that what it is?
I think we are.
We like
or we
instant
just hate stupid
gratification.
people.
Oh man, you know. Okay, and I hate to segue into this because it's not that I'm calling her stupid, but I have an anecdote about Shelby in the past week because I said I'm going to update on the semaglutide, the weight loss every
Yeah,
week. So, Shelby's doing it too. First of all, just quick update. I'm still losing weight. I have no side effects. I'm doing good. Anyway, that's the quick, easy update. But this just cracked me up. Shelby's doing her second dose, and so you have to inject yourself in the stomach. And she thinks, so she goes, last week I swear it didn't work. I had a wet spot where I injected myself. I think it leaked out of my skin. I'm like, it didn't fucking leak out of your skin. I'm like, if you're worried about that, make sure you fucking push the needle all the way in and push plunger all the way down.
Yeah.
So I'm watching her do this, and she, instead of pulling her shirt up, she puts her shirt in her mouth. And she injects herself.
Is that where the wet spot?
And she forgot she put her shirt in her mouth. In like 30 seconds, she puts the medicine bag, puts the needle in the container, and goes, "It's leaking out of me again." Like,
Where
Shelby,
is she?
Is that when she's in the back
Where
room?
is she?
And I go, Shelby, that's where you put the shirt in your mouth. Oh,
You just hugged her, right?
When I say goodbye to her tonight, I'm gonna walk in with my shirt with the shirt in my mouth.
that just cracked me up. So that was totally off topic, but I feel like everything's just funny here tonight.
Yeah.
So no segue unless
No,
unless you
and
got
not
something.
really a segue, but there was something that I wanted to bring up.
Let's hear it.
I know you've probably heard, but have you heard about the Lyft lawsuit?
You talking about the fat woman, the Detroit
Dank,
artist?
in
Yeah, the
Detroit?
Dank DeMoss.
What's her name?
Dank DeMoss.
Dank DeMoss.
Isn't she like a rapper?
She's a Detroit rapper that is
Big Mac rapper, maybe.
She's suing Lyft because she went to go to a Lions Watch.
I got that one ready, Andy.
I know.
I haven't
Good
used
stuff,
it yet
good
either, so
stuff.
thank you.
She was going to a Lions watch party, and she went out to this car, and he said, "I'm sorry, you can't fit."
She was going to a Lions watch party.
Yep,
You
and
sure she wasn't going to the hippo exhibit in the other part of the zoo?
Well, see,
I'm
when
sorry.
I,
I'm just
when,
gonna
I,
keep
when
doing
I
it.
first seen
I'm
this,
a fat guy. I can make fun of fat people.
yeah, everybody's like, "You have no room to talk." No, that's the only people I can make fun of.
We can say the F word. You can't, skinny people.
So when I first
Don't
seen
use the
her,
hard T. It's fat. We all get what I'm doing.
Yeah. So when I first seen the story, she was sitting in a chair in a law office for like
Reinforced chair.
NBC or WD.
WTF.
I'm never gonna make it through this story.
Well, I'm sorry, but
No, because it's
you guys have
hilarious.
you guys have seen Shallow Hell, right?
Yes.
When she knocks the chair through. What
What
is
is
this
this chair made of?
Steel. I mean, listen. Sidetrack. Tommy, I know I've talked to you about this as a morbidly obese man, which I am. So I have to be careful of what chairs I sit in. I can't
Yes.
go to a bonfire without bringing my own chair because
How many times have I asked you when you invite me over?
Yeah.
Do you have any chairs?
I know.
Do I need to bring my own?
I have I have chairs that I when I buy a folding chair for a bonfire or to take camping, I have to look at the weight capacity because I have ripped
Absolutely.
through every fabric chair up until that point, and I realized, oh shit, maybe you should bring your own chair.
Yes.
Anyway, continue.
So she's sitting down. I'm like, you know what?
Fucking skinny people.
She's not that big. But the table came up, tits up. That's where the camera was. Then they
Where
showed
it's
a
like just resting on the desk.
Then they showed a wide angle of her walking down the hall with the reporter, and I am like, "Oh my god, that woman is bigger than me."
Oh yeah.
And so, anyways, she said to the Lyft driver, "I can fit," and he is like, "Believe me, you cannot." I had said this to Becca, is if you gave me a large shirt, I can put it on. It doesn't mean it fits me.
Very true. Very true.
She
Fat
probably-
guy
yeah,
in a little coat.
She probably could have got in the back of that car, but that does not mean you should be in the back of that car.
It doesn't
Or
mean
fit-
the car would fucking survive.
That's the suspension on these Michigan roads.
Man,
Um,
it's a frivolous lawsuit. I'm so pissed about it.
well, here, that happened,
I thought that
Three-
all got dismissed already.
I have
haven't,
no idea
I haven't
about the
heard
update.
anything. But I will tell you, just last week, She went on the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne the God, and when she walked in,
That sounds like a fat person too.
no, he's
Is
not.
that when she was falling asleep?
I don't know.
That's
I
sleep
only,
apnea.
I only seen the snippet, and she got in an office chair that I could sit in, and she said, "Is this the best y'all got?" And they had to take the office chair away and got her a couch to sit on. And she says, "Now this is what I call accommodation."
Did she sit on the couch and say, "This is a lovely armchair"?
No, she says, "Now this is what I call accommodation." So I was just curious if I was going to ask you, have you, being a bigger guy, do you plan, or because I was going to say like going to Cedar Point or something, I don't expect when they tell me I can't fit on a ride, just be so angry and want to sue Cedar Point. Like,
Oh, there is a guy on TikTok that comes across my FYP all the time, For You page, that he literally drives around the country and goes to amusement parks. He's a fat guy, and he fat tests the rides.
okay,
And when he cannot get comfortable, he's like 5'10" and like 400 pounds. He's
Okay.
a big boy. You know that those proportions. He's
really big,
robust. Now, when he can't fit on a ride, he goes, "Oh, this amusement park is not fat person ready. You need to do better." No, you need to lose weight, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm a fat guy. I don't have fat privilege.
Yeah.
I buy my own chairs. I have to shop and spend extra money for extra fabric. I don't sit there and go, "You need to do better to accommodate me." No, I need to accommodate myself by
Exactly.
either losing weight or planning ahead. When I get a plane ticket, I get the aisle seat so I can spill over into the aisle instead of sitting in the middle where I'm fucking spilling over on two people.
I know.
You know, I plan this shit because I'm big and I did it to myself.
Now, have you ever been discriminated against? Or I only have one story, but I've been big most of my life, and I know you've been smaller, bigger. You know,
I've rebounded a lot.
Fluctuated.
yeah.
I Oprah'd myself for a long time.
Okay, so after Deal or No Deal, I was going and getting manicures and pedicures like once a month, and I went to the same place in Clawson all the time. I had been a customer there for probably 2-3 years at this point, and my mom had been going there for years. That's why I decided to go there. And one day, out of the blue, I walk in. They're like, "Oh, hi, Tommy. You know, nice, very nice as usual. I'm sorry, we can't serve you." And I said, "Okay." And I have my appointment. And they're like, "Yeah, we got new seats, and we're scared you'll break them." It was basically the same seat, but of course they were new. They had bought 6 new leather massage, you know, wherever you get your pedicure in, and they would not serve me. Now, I was young and dumb at that time and didn't realize the laws in Michigan of how big they are against discrimination. But after hearing this, I'm like, oh my God, I had a huge lawsuit if she was able to, you know, sue for this. But yeah,
The quick stuff that I found is she's got a trial on 420.
I mean, the thing is like, yes, I get it. You have laws that say you can't discriminate based on disability. But as a fat person, I don't consider me disabled because I'm fat.
No.
I consider myself growing up with bad ideas of nutrition, laziness. It's my fucking fault.
Yeah.
You know, bad society, bad upbringing. I have a lot of reasons why I'm a big boy, but, you know, if you were PTSD, traumatized, eating for comfort, maybe a little different. I'm not that person. I got fat because I like food. So I'm not even going to bring a lawsuit to attention if I got discriminated like that. I think the only time fat has ever discriminated at me is, you know, the 10 out of 10s in California that don't want to look at me, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
So to touch on that, like,
You can touch me anywhere you want.
giggity, giggity, giggity. So,
That's the best I've ever heard someone do that outside of Seth MacFarlane.
oh, thank you.
That is a hard fucking word to say 3 times fast.
Yeah, he did that really good.
Giggity, giggity.
Giggity.
You can't even do one.
That's because I'm dumb. I'm a big dumb animal.
So, yeah, I have always been this. Like, I'm,
Medium husky.
yeah, like, I would consider myself to be almost completely average in America at this point.
You're actually probably below average at this point.
Probably.
I think 40% are obese
So-
in America.
I'm not going to go out of my way to discriminate against somebody, but, like, why should, like you just said, you did this to you. why should that be other people's problems? Why does everybody think that you have to accommodate for them on everything? And I'm not just talking like fat people. You know, like I don't understand where that switch happened.
Yeah.
You make the choice. You have to lay in the bed you made.
Like a hospital, I expect you to be able to accommodate me as a fat person. You should have a hospital bed that can support me.
Yeah.
But a private contractor working for Lyft should not have to have a car to accommodate you.
No, I mean,
there should be a button that says disabled, privately enter the disability, and they have a database that says this car can accommodate a bigger person secretly behind closed doors in the back end of the app, and only send that vehicle if this person has
And
that
he
disability.
was very kind.
Oh, he was not rude at all.
And he was like, I think you need to order Uber XL.
Yeah, and I agree.
Yeah.
So,
I did not. I totally stand with Liv on this, but
I'm a big boy. Fridge is again probably below average, just a little bit husky guy.
yeah.
I'm right now driving a Ford Fiesta. I picked him up, and we were shoulder to shoulder, basically hugging, driving in the front seat of that car.
I drove a smart
it was
car.
making some noises when we
God, I wish I could have seen that.
I mean, it's.
I was
we'll
very
do it later.
hungover.
Let's get all four of us in that little car and go fucking to McDonald's. You know, it'd be great.
I was very hungover.
Yeah, you were. Taco Bell. His wife came to pick him up after a fifth of Jack Daniels in 3 hours, and the only way she can get him into her car to drive home was to say, "I have Taco Bell in the car." Otherwise, he was trying to lay on the floor. It was hilarious.
Shit, one of the last podcasts I was on that happened to me.
Yeah.
We drank an entire fifth of Red Stag in about 20 minutes.
Was it Tales from the Bar Side?
No, that one was Ricky Rox's out in downtown Mount Clemens.
Right on.
But you guys drank the bottle? 'Cause
Yeah, so what they
I
did.
drank the bottle.
Well, so it was Dragsaw was there, and
Dragsaw sucks.
and I'm doing it right now. So they played a game every podcast. They'd get a bottle out, and they'd make up a rule. You break the rule, you take a swig. The rule is don't talk with your hands. And I can't not talk with my hands. So at one point, we're sitting on our hands just trying, and that bottle was done in 20 minutes between like 4 or 5 people.
Sometimes, just because I'm a former very heavy drinker, there was times when I'd make up games just to force myself to drink quicker, and that's the type of thing we would do.
Yeah.
But one time, it was me, my buddy Scott, and our buddy Brandon, and we worked with him in Apple. He was not a heavy drinker. He was not a drinker at all. He was 110 pounds wet. Small guy. And we had a half gallon of Sailor Jerry, which is a 92 proof rum. And we played the game. If you touch the bottle, you have to take a shot. Well, we were outdoors drinking, and the table where we set the Sailor Jerry was next to Brandon. So anytime we wanted a drink, we'd say, "Brandon, hand me a drink." And he kept to it. He would take a shot every time he touched that fucking bottle, which meant 2 shots to every one I took.
Do you have a bottle here?
I do.
I watched TikTok yesterday or the day before. They have stickers in the bottles. The little picture behind the label is a sticker.
That's not true.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% true.
Here's that misinformation on TikTok.
I just wondered if you had a bottle because I wanted to see. I want to peel the label off.
It's not a sticker. It's just something to see through the bottle.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Anyway, my buddy Brandon ended up getting blackout drunk. He was the drunkest he's ever been, according to him. He went into now this is a guy with true OCD. And when I say true OCD, I mean when he eats soup, he will take a spoonful of soup, put the spoon back in the bowl, and have to wipe the table in case there's a droplet that hit. Every bite of soup. That's how bad of OCD he is.
Did he reincarnate as Tommy?
He
Does he organize the ingredients in the soup? Like all the peas off to this side?
Yeah. Anyway, so he puked his brains out that night all over my bathroom floor. And he spent the next blackout drunk 3 hours cleaning my bathroom. Yeah. I don't know how he did it, but that bathroom was clean. He cleaned it better than I could, blackout drunk. OCD has its perks.
So, just to go along with what you were saying. So the guitar player in Dragsaw, Danny Boy, him and I, we're pretty good at drinking. You've seen this throughout the years.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where we're like, should we make people sign something when they want to drink with us? Like, what happens to you is not our fault. And it's adorable because you'll have, like, do you have this too where you have people trying to keep up with you and you're like, you don't have to do this.
All the time.
You're gonna hurt yourself. You know, I was hanging out with some freshly 21-year-olds. They were my my buddy's friends. We were up at Bacchus, and the poor kid has a nickname now because he tried to keep up with us. We call him Spaghetti.
Oh, Jesus.
So he's, oh no, I can keep up with you guys. Next thing I know, he's, hey Andy, do you know how to clean spaghetti out of a car? And I'm like, oh, let me see. Ooh, with his whole back seat, just spaghetti.
Clean it with fire.
And I'm like, well, that's your nickname now.
There are two types of people when it comes to my drinking buddies. One, they get sick and say, I don't want to drink with you anymore. It happens sometimes. Or they try and keep up with me and become alcoholics and regulars. Those are the two types of people. So I'm sorry to half the people at Tipsy's. But you brought up Drag Saw again. It brings me to my last point I want to make before we get into our food reviews, unless anyone else has any important topics. But
Okay.
I brought this up because we have a music man on our show tonight, Andy. I want to know everyone's concerts that they want to see before they die or before the artist dies that you have not seen yet.
You're going to hate me
Ooh,
on this one.
throw a third one in there, an artist that you didn't get to see that's dead.
We can do that, yeah. I'll start with a couple of mine. I want to see The Offspring before I die. I haven't seen them for some reason, and they're one of my favorite bands of all time. Their tickets just went on sale this last Friday. I'm going to see them. Finally. Unfortunately, they're playing in the amphitheater, and I hate that. But they're playing Pine Knob. So I'm going to see them. I think Dexter is one of the best frontmen in the punk scene. I love The Offspring. The other one is Aerosmith. You know, I'm going to separate the art from the artist. Steven Tyler is a bad person, but I fucking love Aerosmith, and they're one of my favorite classic rock bands of all time, and I have not seen them.
You have to respect them a little bit, though, because Steven Tyler went, I can't perform. We're done.
Yeah.
Whereas Motley Crue, you got Vince Neil.
Big Mac 103!
Like, dude, stop taking your fans' money.
You're like, have you
can't
seen
do
it?
this
Have you seen what
anymore.
I'm talking about?
Dude,
Hi-ya!
the meme of him as the
the funny-
abominable snowman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
No,
the fucking...
it's one of the worst ones. Like, you need to retire, dog. But Steven Tyler, like, he's come out of retirement for a couple tours. The guy, when he's on point, when he vocalizes, warms up, practices, he still can belt. He just can't do a full tour anymore.
Yep.
He can go on a eight concert tour and still belt it out, but then he's done. So if he ever comes out of retirement one more time, I have to see the man. I think he's an amazing vocalist. I think their music is incredible. They have one of the best guitar players in the history of rock, in my opinion.
Joe Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy.
I love Aerosmith. Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic is one of the first LPs I ever bought. I've bought it on everything you can imagine, from cassette to vinyl to CD, MP3. I love them. Anyway, those are the two big ones that come to my mind. Let's hear it.
I actually did not know that you were such an Aerosmith fan. I did not know that about you.
Yep.
I'm going to be boring in this conversation because I'm not really a big...
Taylor Swift.
No, I'm not a big concert fan.
Okay, I thought you guys were going to hate me because I was going to say I hate concerts.
I'm not a big concert. I'm fat.
You seem to have fun every time you saw us play.
It's because Drag Saw sucks.
I'm fat, so it's either having to be squeezed into a tiny seat or had to stand the whole time.
Let's accommodate you, fatty.
Man,
Let's
you
say
hit him
it's
with the F word.
Let's say I can say it. I'm fat.
Ooh, Andy threw the Y at the end.
Oh, I made up the word.
word.
Oh man. Anyway, let's honestly let's accommodate you to your comfort level. It can be a big genre.
Okay.
I'm sorry, a big venue, a small venue, but wherever it is, it's to your comfort. If you want to stand, you can stand. If you want a lazy boy recliner, you have it. I just want to see what we want to see live.
Well, you probably hate me again because growing up,
It's Nickelback, isn't it?
I've already seen them twice.
Okay. They get more hate than they deserve. I still don't like them.
I've always wanted to see Garth Brooks live. I've always wanted to see him.
You don't like his original person? You just like the alter ego of Garth Brooks?
Oh, you're talking about Chris Gaines? Or
Yeah.
whatever his name is? That's the only one that I can think off the top of my head because, like I said, I'm not a huge concert guy. I mean, we can keep moving on. I can try to think of one, but that's the only one I can think right now.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I've never seen Ozzy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen Ozzy half a dozen times.
Never had a chance.
Seen,
So that would be, and he's done.
Oh, yeah.
So
I've been to Ozfest a half a dozen times. I've seen him solo a couple times. Great show.
yeah, and so any iteration of Ozzy, Black Sabbath, Ozzy, I wouldn't care. Like, just to be able to see that legend.
I'd love to see Black Sabbath, with Tony Iommi and Geezer and the original band. Even with Ronnie James Dio frontmanning, I would have loved to see Black Sabbath. So,
one that I really want to go to that I still haven't, Tenacious D.
I can get behind that. I wanted to see them a couple years ago when they did a tour, and they were like $160 for general admission. I couldn't justify it.
Okay, now you got me going. So that's my big
Pet peeve.
growing up. Concerts were what we did. Hey, we got $20. Go down to
Harmony
Freedom
House.
Hill.
Go to Harmony House and buy a ticket.
Yup.
Yep.
So and
Or
$20
FYE.
would get you into the show.
Yeah.
Most times.
Lawn seats, general admission.
At the dollar stores around here, you'd always see those vouchers.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd get these vouchers. You'd go get a show for $5.
Yep.
And concerts have gotten so unachievable because I'm not gonna how much did Scott pay for Blink 182? Like $500
Yeah.
a ticket.
Yeah.
I'm not
Granted,
spending.
they were like $350, and then he paid for the VIP for some stupid fucking reason. He's seen them 10 times.
Still, I'm not spending that much money to go to a show. I'm gonna have a really good time for one night, but you're telling me I could have paid like my mortgage
Yeah.
or go to a show?
You have to literally let me choose the entire perfect lineup for me to consider spending that kind of money on a show. But even small venue shows now are unattainable. I'm looking at shows that are at bars, like the Magic Stick in Detroit. It used to be a pool hall. I haven't been there in a while. They reconverted it and did things and this and that and the other. But it's a small venue for what, 300 people?
Yeah, and you're still talking
you're
$35 to $50.
Oh, I saw an $80 ticket last year and that wasn't a resale market.
Yeah, that's just from the venue.
The show we went to in Grand Rapids, 20 Monroe, in Grand Rapids, which is one of my favorite music venues. It's a great music venue. Probably a 500-person venue. It's probably a medium-sized venue.
Medium.
The Marilyn Manson show that I wanted to drive out to and see in May. It's the first show of his tour. Me and my fiance are Marilyn Manson fans. Love him. He's back on top. Whatever. I don't have to talk about him. $110 for general admission.
That's ridiculous.
I get it. Manson used to be an amphitheater sellout headliner. You're playing a 500-person venue. Those are $50 tickets for someone that big.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay $50 to see you.
Oh, yeah.
But then you get like regional bands or niche bands or smaller bands. Like me, I listen to a lot of punk. You listen to metal. Bands that are not headline metal or headline punk, like Green Day and the Offspring or Slipknot and Lamb of God. I want to pay $20, $30. That's what I grew up on. So I get it.
Yeah, and now you gotta sell a kidney to pay for a show.
Not fridges, they're broken.
Yeah.
All right, Fridge, who would it be if you had to choose?
I don't know. I just turned down Deftones tickets, so I don't know.
I love the Deftones.
I know.
For free?
No. It was the one that the wife's brother purchased.
John?
Yeah, John. Or it's his fiance.
Your wife's brother's John and your daughter's dating a John and
Gianni.
whatever. It's just a little,
I'd much rather go to a comedy show.
Absolutely. I love stand-up comedy shows, don't get me wrong. But
Like, there are some
I don't want
stand-up
to be
comedians that
anywhere
I
with
would love
anybody.
to go see.
I'm very antisocial when it comes to that.
I would.
when it comes to, you're antisocial in general.
But like being crammed into somewhere with other people.
Yeah, I don't like big crowds, but I think that has to do with me being so big and always having to worry about, is the seat going to fit me? Who am I going to be seated next to? How far am I going to have to walk?
You're getting there.
So yeah, I
You're
know.
getting there.
Yeah,
I will tell
So-
you this: if you want to see a comedy show, make sure you check out the Fisher Theater.
Okay.
That seat was very accommodating for people our size, and you would fit comfortably.
Mark Ridley's.
Mark Ridley's is another one because
Okay.
they have good headlining acts,
It's like
national
table
tours.
seating.
But yeah, you get to sit at a chair at a table.
Yeah, I'm seeing Daniel Tosh, I believe, at the Fisher one. I think it was the Fisher, but no, that was Fox. That was Fox Theater. I've seen Tosh twice. I'd see him again in a heartbeat, but he doesn't go on tour much.
He's actually doing a residency in Vegas right now.
Well, I guess that would be why.
Yeah.
Bill Burr's coming out with a comedy special this week on Netflix.
Ooh, I
believe.
love that man.
Bill Burr's good.
I believe on the 14th is his new comedy special. I would love to go see him live.
If I'm going with stand-up comics I've never seen, I want to see Doug Stanhope. He's
Yeah.
my favorite. He's dirty as fuck, and I love him. Me and Andy actually saw Brad Williams, which was one of the best. I was laughing in a way I've never laughed before, to the point where people were with me, Andy and Jordan and my ex, they were going, "I've never heard you laugh like that," and they're laughing because I'm laughing so stupidly. I don't know how the fuck it happened, but
Are you familiar with Brad Williams?
No, I am not.
He's
That's
Well, he's
fine.
the opposite of you.
Okay.
he is the am I allowed to say this word on a pot? He's a midget.
Oh.
Little poison. Wait,
Now
has anyone seen Envy? Ben Stiller and Jack Black.
Yes.
Long time ago.
Terrible fucking
Yeah.
movie, but they just little poison. He was killed by a little poison, and she's got the accent. She's saying lethal
Oh, I know
poison.
him. Yeah, he's actually really funny.
But lethal poison, little person. They're like, the horse died by a little person. Lethal poison. Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah, I would much rather see a stand-up comic
Seesaw?
than Seesaw.
seesaw. All right.
I know we said that we were going to move on and do the food review,
Moving on.
but I do want to touch on some real quick.
Is it Detroit Sports?
Yes, real quick.
DJ Reed, I'm not excited about.
That's what I was going to say. Why? Well, you know what? I understand why, but you win games in the trenches. We need a DL.
Well, I know we're gonna get one, but we're probably gonna look at drafting one. But what they do this for? Because Carlton Davis signed for $60 million with the Patriots, right?
Yep.
So we need someone in the secondary. But DJ Reed,
Yeah, I know.
a 5th round pick, who's been on 2 teams in the few years he's been in the NFL, he has no impressive numbers to me.
3 years, $48 million.
I don't get it.
Nope.
Unless, and now here's the only thing. I'm giving our management and coaching staff credit because they've done amazing so far with their picks.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they see something in him that fits our culture and our scheme perfectly.
I don't know.
Otherwise, I don't like that. I think it's the first pick that they've made since they took over, and I can't even see that one.
I don't know what they're doing. I had a couple, names written down in the NFL free agency since the start of this week, and wanted to touch on that real quick because I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. I'm not happy about that. I also am a little disappointed we let go of Zedarius.
Yep.
I think I would have, and hopefully they have a plan to replace him.
That's what I'm saying.
'Cause
I seen they were releasing him, and I'm like, okay.
He put some decent pressure on at the end of the season with only 6 games or something like
Yeah,
that?
it was not many at all. So I'm like, okay, we're
I would
starting
have liked
today,
to. I would have liked to see him opposite Hutch. I really would have.
yeah.
And
And then Myles Garrett signed, Max Crosby signed.
Yeah, pretty much.
'Cause-
Garrett Smith. He signed.
Myles Garrett signed.
Miles Garrett. Yeah.
And
I know words.
I'm waiting to see what happens with Hendrickson from Cincinnati. And I mean,
Yeah.
but I want to take a few minutes. And also, you know how I was mentioning a couple weeks ago that I love German chocolate cake?
Uh-huh.
My wife sent me a text while we were talking about the concerts. She had made me a German chocolate cake.
Is she bringing it here?
No, she is not, but she sent a picture and she's like,
So
I
now
am
he's just
so
bragging, right?
hungry.
I am so excited.
There's some KFC on the stove. You can have at it.
I am
We're about to eat.
I
We're
know.
literally about to
I
eat.
Yeah.
know.
I'm
I
excited for that.
purposely only ate a couple pieces of pizza earlier.
Yeah,
Does she know German chocolate cake's supposed to be round?
that was my request.
Why?
She said, "Do
And
you want it square or round or
But
rectangle?" And I
is it
said,
a single pan?
So you're not
Yeah.
okay with made up words, but you're okay with made up food.
Right, you're supposed to be double stacked.
I mean, isn't almost all food made up?
So are words, Andy. That's what I'm trying to say.
and I tried something different because I seen in a YouTube video when I was thinking about different halftime snacks and appetizers. One of the YouTube videos I watched, they took pizza rolls, dropped them in an air fryer, put some garlic, put some butter, some red pepper flakes, and after the pizza rolls were done, shook them in that pan of that butter, garlic, and red pepper flakes, and then took some grated Parmesan cheese and sprinkled it over the pizza rolls. I did that for the first time this past week. Oh my God, they were freaking delicious.
You didn't bring us any.
I made them again last night. I've had them twice
And you
this
didn't
week.
bring us any. Not
They're
even like
so
one. Like,
good.
try this.
Yeah.
So this when I diet, I try to be as strict as possible, and I did the impossible. You ever had one serving of pizza rolls?
Isn't it like
It's like
4?
It's like 5.
What?
Yeah, it's
I put 5 of them on a saucer and ate that as a snack.
Like when you buy the single serve portions of those, they still come with like 8.
My wife's gonna kill me.
So
for
the
I
little-
probably
the
blamed it
little
on the
individual-
kids.
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
boxes.
They're 12 in the pack, and it's 2.5 servings.
Oh my god. So like the
that's
bagel
what I eat while
bites,
I'm waiting for them
you
to
know,
be
like the-
done.
9 in a little rectangle or square.
No, like the off-brand.
Okay.
So it's like 24 on a
Yeah.
tray.
You eat them all at once, don't you?
And I blame it on the kids.
Okay. Fat man habits when you do things like that. I got one. This was back when I lived with my mom, and I was dating this fucking girl. Who cares? We'll call her stupid.
Cindy.
No, that's too nice. Stupid bitch. Anyway,
I don't
when
know why Cindy popped.
I like leftovers, and this goes back to how much we all love fucking Chinese food. I remember specifically one time doing this. She went to work. I happened to be my day off. I happened to eat my leftovers that night. So her leftover Chinese was in the fridge the next day. I fucking ate it for lunch while she was at work. And when I saw my mom, I live with my mom, I go, Mom, I'm going to say that you threw it out cleaning out the fridge and didn't know whose it was, but I ate it. And my mom's like, I got you, honey. Don't worry. I'm like, that's fat man habit right there. I'm just saying,
Deflect. You just gotta deflect.
But blaming your kids, that's what you have kids for. They're like blame magnets and slaves when you need
I
something
pay for
clean.
enough shit. You can take
Exactly.
blame every once in a while.
It's quoting Chad Daniels, one of my favorite comedians. He's here's your chore list, and the daughter one time snapped back and says, "Where's your chore list, Dad?" I'm like, "You see this fucking house?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping you alive in this house is my chore list." It's absolutely true. So, anyone else? Anyone have any fat man habits like that though? I'm just curious.
Just
This
real
one-
quick with the football.
Footy ball.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Gino,
Geno Smith.
Oh my
with
gosh,
the
yeah.
like
Raiders.
what?
Right? Is
what
it
are the
Raiders?
Sea Chickens doing?
Not putting their faith in Geno Smith.
And took out DK Metcalf too.
Yep.
They're fire sale rebuild. It's got to be.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
call them the Rain City bitch chickens.
Did you see who they did sign as their quarterback though?
I did not.
Sam Darnold.
Oh,
I did see that
Darnold?
actually. Yeah.
He's got such
I
a
believe it was
punchable
3
face.
years at
Yes.
110.
No, the most
All right,
the most
we'll
punchable
see.
face of a quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's retired. I'm going with the oh god, the one that looks like handsome Squidward.
Trevor Lawrence?
Yes, thank you, Trevor
Gotcha.
Lawrence. That's all you needed for Tommy. Do not break it.
One Aga.
Watch. I'm sitting there talking and it's falling.
Did you break it or is it just not tight?
It's not.
It's
tight.
not slid all the way to the table.
Slide it in. Slide it in.
Put it all the way in.
Loosen
Tommy.
it first, Tommy. Loosen it first.
Spit on it.
Tommy, you're tightening it. Loosen it first.
I'm trying to be quiet on the pod so I don't.
We're going to talk you through it on the pod for entertainment purposes. Loosen first, push it in, then tighten it.
A little bit of spit.
Loosening.
Little spit.
There
Use
you
your
go.
thumb.
Now
Oh,
tighten.
oh, it's in.
Twists. Yep, there you go. That's righty
Give it a-
tighty.
Oh. Oh.
Here
Give
we
it a little
go.
thumb. Little thumb. Oh, too much
It
thumb.
should be good.
Too much
You're
thumb.
probably good. Here we go. You broke another one, didn't you?
No.
Holy shnikes.
Your mic's turning again.
Your mic's turned.
Is that what you're... Maybe that's what you're doing. Are you pulling on this and it's breaking it? Because I
know.
just saw you pull down on the boom mic.
Well, when I move my mic, I move it like this.
Don't pull down, though. Only it's push forward and backwards. That's
Push and
it.
pull.
Okay.
It's push and pull, not
That
up
goes
and down.
out to my friend Sloppy. Push and pull because we just rewired his MC.
I think he broke another one.
he did.
Oh.
Oh,
All right. All right. You're going to have to go to UPS again. Here we go. All right. We're going to take our break now. We're going to have a smoke break. We're going to get our food ready. We're going to come back and finish up our 2-week episode along of name brand versus store brand this week with Andy. We'll be back in just a minute.
You love food, right? If you like food, big opinions, and crazy dudes with even bigger appetites, you're invited to be part of the family on Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. Join James, Fridge, and Tommy as they blind taste test the best and worst colas, barbecue sauce, peanut butters, everything, right down to those weird pickle-flavored snacks you see at the store, but you never buy because, we rank them, we review them, and we have a blast. And it's not just food. We talk movies, sports, personal stories, and whatever other madness is going on in the world. One thing's for sure, it's loud, fun, and funny. Come hang with us on Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. Find the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Podbean.
Alrighty. We took our break. We cooked some food. There's some potato skins still going in the air fryer. We're going to start with putting some wieners in our mouth, though. So what we have, back to our name brand versus store brand, we have some Kroger stuff. We have Kowalski natural casing hot dogs versus, what was that?
Bar S.
Bar S hot dogs. And then we have Kroger brand white enriched hot dog buns versus, was that Ballpark?
Ballpark. Yep.
Ballpark
Yep.
white hot dog buns. We have both hot dogs on both buns, so we get the full experience. We'll start with those. I guess we'll just... I wash my hands, everyone. So this is expensive wiener, expensive dog. Expensive wiener, expensive dog.
Expensive wiener, expensive dog. Expensive wiener,
Expensive wiener,
dog.
expensive dog.
Okay.
And there we go. Let's give it a wiener mouthful. So Shelby asked me to stop doing that noise, and I will never stop doing that noise.
Nom, nom.
You
No.
can't.
I am bringing the ketchup in. Dead silence while we just all chew.
Yeah. I'm cool with the ketchup.
So first hit, I'm going to do first bite, no ketchup. Second bite with ketchup, because that's how I eat my hot dogs, is with ketchup. For you ketchup purists, I got Heinz,
Thank you.
even though it's not needed or necessary. But
I prefer it to Hunt's.
I prefer Hunt's because it's not as sweet, but that's just me. First initial bite, it's a hot dog.
It's got crunch.
It's got the natural casing. It's got a smokiness.
It had a snap.
It's got some smokiness on it. It's not really a tasty hot dog to me, though. I'm not going to lie. Not plain, anyway. Oh, my gosh.
Did you see that?
Hold on. I'm going to take a picture of this.
That was not my fault.
So this has got to be uploaded, but let me just show you guys what we're dealing with here, with Tommy destroying everything around the pod.
Tommy the Destroyer.
This
The
is
tornado that is me today.
Tommy-
Good Lord.
Tommy Tornado.
Tommy trying to put hot dog or ketchup on his hot dog, ends up ketchuping his pants and shoe.
Brand new pants.
Bukkake the pants.
So anyway, I do like a plain hot dog, especially one from like a baseball game where they're sitting in the steamer and all that kind of stuff. That one, it's not hitting me right. I don't know if it's because I'm not hungry, but I did not like that plain.
I almost pulled the Tommy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. So Tommy just was wiping it off his pants and shoes and putting it in his mouth. Oh my gosh.
They're brand new pants.
You're clean.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, shoes, on the other hand, not such.
A little bit of the bun on its own, but I have a feeling the bun's not going to make much of a difference here.
No, not at all.
So this is expensive wiener cheap bun. While I reviewed that, is anyone else going to say anything about it? You're not going to pass it down. You're just going to take a bite. Okay, here you go, Andy. There's expensive wiener
Here you go,
with
Fridge.
cheap bun. Here you go,
Expensive
Andy.
wiener, cheap bun.
he forgets to pass it down and just So anyway,
What is my deal today?
I don't know. We're gonna call you Tommy the Tornado. Is anyone else gonna give an opinion on this yet, or are we just gonna eat them all with the
Once I find my center, I will.
Like I said, I don't think the bun's gonna make a difference, but here we go.
Those are way different flavors.
Just a bun?
No, I'm saying dogs.
It's the same dog,
This
dude.
is the same dog.
That is not the same dog.
Well, the first one that I had, when I bit it, it like snapped. This one did not.
That's why I said it didn't. It doesn't.
It is the same hot dog with a different bun. We grabbed it. I promise. Because if you look in front of you, those are all cheap dogs.
Well, and also like, so these were all just prepped in the microwave, right? So like expensive dogs
microwave.
exploded,
Okay.
and I see cheap dogs are.
And I think that comes with the natural casing. It just has nowhere to go. As it expands, it blows up.
I like the expensive dogs, but how much are we talking as far as expensive? Is it worth? Because I know I haven't tasted the cheap one. That probably would have been smart of us to say, hey, these chips are 12 ounces at $3.69. These are 12 ounces at $1.99. Probably should have
Or
done
they
something like
pack
that.
at 8
Yeah.
for $8.
So that's
That was an $8 hot dog.
That was 8. Well,
is that-
$1 hot dog.
Is it
$1
worth
each.
$1?
So that is way not worth the price. I did not like that hot dog. The natural casing is nice, but otherwise I didn't like the flavor
Because you
profile.
said the cheap ones were a pack of 8 for 99 cents.
Yes.
So 10 times the price.
8 times the price.
That's correct. I'm an idiot.
We don't math.
All right, Tommy, pass those cheap wieners around.
Okay, so what side is this?
The smooth bun is the expensive bun.
Okay.
So that is the side that's nearest you. Yep. And I guess I'll just go right to it because I don't have to pass a hot dog down. So that one immediately no bite to it. No crunch, no snap. But
This is like I got it from a la carte at a kid's baseball game.
I hate to say it, I like the flavor of this hot dog better. This is what I'm used to growing up. This is the cheap hot dog.
It's a kid's baseball game.
Yeah.
It's like concession stand.
That's what and that's what I like.
I like the snap of the first one, but I like the flavor of it's more nostalgia. Mm-hmm. Definitely the cheap one.
I do prefer the flavor on the cheap one. And for 8 times the price, that ain't worth it.
Not at all. So the Bar S hot dog. So it's got that bologna-ish flavor.
That salt.
The fake bologna-ish, don't know where it's come from, pink sludge meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
But it's better.
no snap at all.
I like it way better though. I don't even think I have to try it with the cheap one. I'm going with that hot dog.
I agree with you.
Plus, I'm not that hungry, so I'm not going to indulge in another half of a hot dog.
I'm not giving it a 10.
Bar S, it's not my favorite hot dog, but it's definitely better than the Kowalski natural casing we got here. Bar S is getting a 7. Kowalski's getting a 5.
I was going 6.6 on the Bar S.
And Kowalski?
Man,
5.
blindly, not knowing the price, I would go Kowalski with that snap I do like. Man, but knowing the price.
It's just the snap. There was no
Yeah,
taste.
there's no flavor.
There was no taste
There
to
was
it.
no flavor.
Maybe it needed to be grilled.
I'll go 5 with the expensive, cheap, a 6.
Yeah, expensive 5, cheap 6.
Yeah.
Like, because Hot dogs are kind of right down the middle.
Yeah.
They're a filler food. I mean,
Yep.
you know, it's. I had one hot dog and I want to eat something before I grab a second. Or I'm sorry, I had a hamburger at the barbecue and I want to eat something before I grab a second hamburger, so everyone has a chance. I'll grab a hot dog.
Your favorite cuisine?
Yeah, exactly. So we all agree bar S, much better, especially at the price point. What do we want to do next, boys? I mean,
Could
someone.
eat a pack a day for $1. $5 will feed me for a week.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to cleanse my palate. I'm going to get right to your Arizona hard.
What is
So
it? The
hard
watermelon
watermelon.
cowboy cocktail.
So is this carbonated? Is this a seltzer? Or is it a tea?
It's a tea.
No
Okay.
carbonation.
Because I didn't know.
Spiked beverage.
Off the rip, it smells like a cheap, fake alcoholic beverage.
Yep.
It,
Like a Boone's Farm wine.
it
I could drink it all day.
I don't want to sip this right now.
It's
It doesn't
so good
smell
to
good.
me. To me, it's so good.
Actually, like, so I was mentioning in the kitchen, I've tried some of the Arizonas.
Wow.
I like this a lot more than the other Arizonas that I've tried.
This is actually really good.
So, flavor wise,
It's not watermelon.
It's very, very much a subtle hint of something fruity,
I was gonna say it's fruit.
but it's not good. You get hit with the alcohol. It's definitely like a malt liquor beverage aftertaste.
What is the alcohol content on this?
I think it's 5%.
5%.
I would get trashed on this.
See,
All day. I drink these all day.
This is not for me. I'm giving it a 4.
I would go and buy 3 or 4 of these, sit at a bonfire, and just chug those, and it would be a bad time.
If I'm gonna drink a sweet, fruity drink, it's gonna be my sweet tea vodka lemonade combination. That's
If
a
I'm
dangerous
tossing
combo.
these, it's going to be disgusting. Like, making myself sick drinking them.
Yeah, you go for it, dog.
Yeah.
Andy,
It's not watermelon. That's for damn
No.
sure.
No.
It's very pink. Like obnoxiously pink.
like Aerosmith pink. That's called a callback,
So-
everyone.
I would
I see
give,
what you did there.
like I just said, it's my favorite Arizona that I've had. Well, alcoholic Arizona that I've had. I'll give it a 6. Much like you guys, I don't drink a lot of sugary boozes,
Same.
so
I'm not much of a fruity cocktail guy or a sugary drink guy.
but it's good. Like
for me.
I'll drink it.
Yeah, I like it.
Now, was this bought in a pack or is this individual cans?
Yeah, these are just deuces
Singles.
at a gas station.
How much did that run you?
At Kroger's.
I want to smack you.
So how much is Kroger's selling these for?
$2.79.
But you're getting a deuce,
Ooh.
right? I mean, so you're paying $1.35 for a 12-ounce beer, basically.
Yeah, it's 22.
22. So yeah.
You know, I'm not mad about drinking it. I'm happy. I'm going to give that 6.
I could put this in a cup and drink it at work.
No, you can't.
It's tea.
No, you can't.
I mean, if I go like this, it's Arizona.
Are we starting with one in particular here?
It doesn't really matter, but I'm starting with the snack pack personally.
And potato skins are done.
So we're gonna hit the snack pack. It's the what is this? Chocolate layered snack pack pudding cup.
Chocolate and vanilla.
Okay, so
I was your snack pack.
Vanilla.
I'm going straight to the bottom to get a mix of them both.
at least my cup, the off-brand is filled more.
Oh, no, you're being all particular.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm getting a little bit more pudding.
But is the dimensions different? You know, you got to look at the
Yeah.
package and see what did it. Kroger chocolate pudding, 13-ounce net weight for the entire pack.
Very gelatinous.
I can't reach that one though to see what the net weight is on the snack pack. So
I don't know if we've ever talked about this. I fucking love
13 ounce.
pudding.
so they're the same. It's just, you fucking love pudding, Andy.
Yup.
You should be off pudding. So, off the rip, the Kroger brand is more of a jello-y texture than a pudding texture to me.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a lighter flavor. It's not as chocolatey. You like that, Tommy? So, callback number 2 during the food reviews. It's not as good. The snack pack wins this one for me.
Easy.
I disagree. I prefer the not for individual sale.
The snack pack is like pudding, and the off-brand seems like it is pudding that might be getting ready to turn, as far as consistency is considered. And
I don't think you got to worry about that. This shit's going to last for another 40 years.
yeah,
You can eat this in a decade.
but if you gave it to me, I'm
After
still
you-
going to eat it.
I'll put it this way. I finished my snack pack. The Kroger one's not getting touched again. Snack pack gets 7. Kroger gets a 3. I do not like the Kroger one.
8-2 snack pack wins.
I'm going 8 on Kroger. You guys are crazy.
We're crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, but
Andy
both,
settle a bet here.
both both of my packets are gone.
It's a 2, but I'm still going to eat it, damn it.
I mean, the snack pack is a little bit. If it's nostalgia, that might be having something to do with my taste on it.
No, it's just because it's better.
But I'm gonna give it an 8, and Kroger's getting a 6.
So you still like them both, but snack pack edges
Well, I
out.
fucking love pudding.
What's your favorite kind of pudding, Andy?
And
Snack pack.
No, I mean flavor.
Oh, chocolate.
Just straight up chocolate.
Just straight
love
up chocolate.
butterscotch.
You don't
you
got to
don't-
get too crazy with it.
Now I think about it, when we go to a buffet, you always hit the buffet pudding.
Yep.
And you're in the pet peeve. People that use the word goop to describe food. Because Andy always has to get the bananas in the strawberry goop, as he calls it.
What is it?
Gel, dessert, anything but goop is a
Gelatin?
medical term about pus. It's disgusting. Stop calling it goop. So there's a lot of heavy breathing going around.
I don't know. I'm right there at the mic, just leaning over him.
Pudding. That's getting my heart rate up. Well, Tommy opens up some chips here. We got Lay's versus Kroger classic potato chips, and we got Doritos versus Kroger zesty ranch chips. Fridge, if you want to grab those tater skins.
I'm going.
We also have Kroger brand potato skins, and what was that, TGI Fridays that you had as the other ones?
Correct.
I'm not going to like either of those, so you guys will be the main reviewers on those. There's a plate on the table, Fridge. Yeah, we know the difference.
Trust me, when you see them, you will notice the difference.
So, yeah, so pudding in general, though, Andy, do you dislike any pudding flavors?
Tapioca. Not a huge fan of that. Because it's lumpy.
I've never tried it because I'm afraid of it.
Yep. You should be.
What about rice pudding?
That's more for old people.
But see, I enjoy it. It's not bad.
I believe Papa Fresh really likes rice pudding.
He does. You give me some bread pudding, though. I'll eat the fuck out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you like puddings in the general term? Because pudding for Americans is a dessert. But pudding is a savory dish, according to the world. So things like spotted dick is a pudding. And you can go get it in a can in the international section at your local grocer's mart.
I'm sorry.
not know
I
that.
know you're talking about spotted dick and stuff, but I'm hearing barely out of my headset him complaining that it's hot in the kitchen, and I'm trying not to crack up.
Burn my finger.
He burned his fingers. I got blisters on me fingers. So we'll let those cool down for Frigidator,
Wow.
and we'll try some chips. You can. Oh wow.
Yeah,
So clearly the Kroger ones are the ones that are not very covered.
that is correct.
All right. You guys want to go with these Cool Ranch chippies, or do you?
Yeah.
Oh, chippies. Sorry, my bad. Chips. We'll do. All right, we're doing Cool Ranch. Now Tommy doesn't like ranch. He's a weird,
Why I picked
big person. But then again, as
But
he
before
said in the
we
past,
even get into this, I'm going to guess that the name brand is going to blow the store brand out of the water.
we're about to find out. Now, did you guys know that Doritos has said they can make this chip flavored exactly the same without losing quality and flavor, without getting the dust on your fingers? And I would prefer that. People say no. I like the experience of the dust and licking my fingers at the end. No, I'm not into that.
I'll have a bag of Cheetos and I'll have it like a drink.
Now, I don't dislike a Dorito. I'm not a huge chip person though, and if I'm getting Doritos, I'm not going Cool Ranch.
It's that spicy chili.
I
me.
really like the discontinued mystery flavor. It was in a white and black bag. It was called like G57 or something like that, and it tasted like a damn Whopper. It was weird.
You know, already though, like, so I have not tried it yet, but I wanted to look at both chips. Yeah, the Kroger brand, like, nowhere near as much dust on it.
Okay, so it's funny you said that. I've already tried both of mine. The Kroger brand, to me, far as flavors, tastes the same,
Tastes
but
like a tortilla.
it just feels like it was a Cool Ranch Dorito that got no love and didn't get any dusting on it. That's kind of what
I mostly agree, except I think the Kroger brand is more of a traditional ranch flavor. I think it has a different flavor profile, but the flavor's not as bold. I think if Kroger had as much flavor dust, it would be a better chip. I believe it would. But I
So
gotta
if you hear that, Kroger, dust them.
dust them more.
put more dust on. Yeah.
I gotta give it a slight edge to Doritos Cool Ranch. I'm giving it a 6 and a 5.5.
Solid, I'd agree.
I'm
He's going back.
not a Cool Ranch type of dude, but I mean, consider what it is. I'll go with a 7 on the Cool Ranch and a 4 on the Kroger because of how much less the dusting was on there.
All right, Andy.
So, I gotta go with the Krogers.
I'm sorry, Kroger's.
All the Krogers.
All the Krogers. So, when you have chips, and I have opinions on chips, the markup for name brand chips is so insane. Like this bag of Doritos, I just looked, it was $6.29. And I'm almost positive you could probably get 2 bags of the Kroger for $6.
I have no idea what I paid for them.
But
I do want to say they're like $3 a bag.
yeah, so with that difference in price,
Kroger has a better crunch, I thought, than the Doritos. It was like a crunchier chip.
It's a different texture chip for sure. I'm very much a bargain shopper. I have very few things I need name brands of. So for the right value, even if it's a little bit lesser, I will buy the Kroger over the Dorito.
I'm exactly there with you.
Now, the Lay's Classic and the Kroger Classic is a big difference. The Lay's is a landfall better. The aftertaste of the Kroger is bad. It tastes like a old, nasty oil. The Lay's ended with an actual potato flavor to me. Lay's by far 8, Kroger 2.
Okay. I went Kroger first, and I will say, that's a pretty good chip. Then I had the Lay's, and I'm like, oh, the Kroger sucked. So I'm with James on this. It had more crunch, more texture, a little bit more salt, and it had more of a potato flavor, like he said. I'm definitely in the 8, and I would I'm not gonna do a 2 like he did, because I still would eat the Kroger. I'll go 4, because I think they're twice as good, the Lay's.
I never did the Doritos. I'm going to go 7 on the Kroger and 6 on the name brand.
And you're giving credit where value comes
because
in.
value, that's huge. Well, once again, with those hot dogs.
I could eat those
Yeah.
without throw them in a bowl, and I don't care.
Exactly. And those hot dogs from the start, you're talking 8 times the price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
No chance.
These potato chips, I don't know about you guys. If I'm eating a just plain Jane potato chip, it's because I'm eating dip. I'd never go for just the plain. So, like, I'll do a barbecue, something like that.
I almost went with a French onion dip, but I thought we were going to do both of these last week, and then I realized how much I bought, and we had to break it up into 2 segments. And I'm like, oh, well, I have chips and salsa. I'm not going to do chips and French onion dip too.
So everything you guys said already, yeah, no. The oil you can tell is better in the Lay's. There is a weird aftertaste in
The
the
Kroger
Kroger.
brand just tastes like it isn't cooked all the way.
That's what it is.
There's definitely something wrong with it.
It's like you
So-
bit a potato that you were cooking and it wasn't cooked.
Yeah.
Probably that one's
So-
the smallest.
Lay's, that's going to be a 7 for me. Kroger, 2. And these are hilarious looking.
Yeah, someone should take a picture of that
These are
and send
some
it to
of
me
the
so the comparison, we can put that up as well. This is going to suck for me because I'm not a bacon person. These both have bacon. Looking at the potato,
You don't need to know which one is.
we know which one's Kroger by the appearance of these. Even the skin looks better on the TGI Fridays. They have more coverage. The cheese looks better. It's hot. Potatoes hold heat. These have been out for 15 minutes and they're still fucking warm. So
Oh my gosh, there's not even a.
the Kroger fridge is dancing. It's the favorite part of every episode for him is when he gets to put things in his mouth. Now, these were cooked thoroughly. The inside of the potato in the Kroger one is still not cooked.
That is the first thing I noticed.
Yeah. And I think that's because they're giving you more potato and less topping. Whereas on a potato skin, it's supposed to be a potato skin with a hint of potato. They're pretty much cutting out, cutting an entire potato in half.
The
And-
cheese on the TGI Fridays.
Yeah, I'm getting
It's
cheese.
full. Yep.
It feels like real cheese. It tastes like real bacon. Oh, I'm trying to judge the potato itself. Oh, there's a bacon in my tooth. It's so gross. All I taste is bacon. I don't have any water left. I have to drink the watermelon drink.
There. Taste mine. I don't care.
It's okay. All right. The Kroger gets a 1.
Yeah, that's
I think that's the worst thing we've had in 2 weeks.
I
just
kinda
the difference
agree.
is so staggering.
And I'm trying to be unbiased here with my bacon, but it's a lot more. Fridge is over here molesting his potato skins.
By the way, it was expensive, and I think the TGI Fridays was $12 or $13, and the Kroger brand was like $8 or $9. So it wasn't like it was like $4 to like $13. So to have that big of taste difference, look difference, texture difference,
yeah, everything's wrong with the Kroger one here.
yeah,
Kroger should definitely stop making these immediately.
yeah, I would even go for a 1 because it is the worst thing that I've tried.
That's what I went with a 1.
Yeah.
TGI Fridays with my the bacon on it. It's getting a 5. It's hardly edible for me. If it didn't have bacon and I could dip it in some ranch, it'd be a little bit higher. But it's that much immensely better that I'm even giving it a 5 with bacon.
For an at-home potato skin, that's like a 7-7 for me for the TGI Fridays.
I was gonna say that it's around a 7 or 8 because I'm trying to think. We put it in the air fryer for what 12, 13 minutes,
Any of my fellow fat guys want the rest of mine? Feel free.
and I can't think of.
You want it? No. You know you
I
want
don't
it.
know.
I
Maybe.
can't think of a better potato skin out there that
Yeah, you can. No bacon.
that I can get in the freezer section.
Right in the freezer section, that was a good potato skin.
Yeah,
The Kroger brand,
Let me put it this way.
not so much.
It's not worth getting cold to open the freezer door to get the Kroger ones out. That's how
Yeah,
bad it is.
I give it
That's
a
how-
1.9 because it tasted like potato.
It's a 1.9 because it's still food.
It's still food.
it would still fill me up in a need.
Yeah.
I got to give it a 3, the Kroger 3, because potatoes. And I'm not allowed to diss on potatoes too much.
Not next week, anyway.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, the TGI's is so out of the league. I'm going 8.
Yeah.
For an at-home potato skin, it's retained its heat. So the Kroger one is like cold at this point.
I mean, I'm looking at the bite of the Kroger one. It is bright white inside. That potato, it
not
might even be
cooked
that they're using the wrong potato. Like the farm that they're sourcing these from is just bad.
The TGI would be higher for me if it had a not so saucy cheese on it.
Yeah, it was.
It was a weird saucy cheese.
Was it like a cheese whiz almost? Like,
Almost.
I.
It had pole, but it
It's
was
not
goop.
even close.
It was goop.
Fuck off.
It wasn't even close to the TGI Fridays.
Is Fridays done other than these?
I don't
Anybody know on that?
They might be gone
'Cause
And they might have went the way of Chi-Chi's and just they just make Chi-Chi's is coming
There's
back.
only one, and my sister loves TGI Fridays. That's her favorite casual restaurant. She drives down to, I want to say Novi. I think that's the only remaining one.
Well, they're doing something right in the appetizer frozen department.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being sane on these rankings and not giving a fucking dollar store brand chocolate donut a 10. A 10. I'm still making fun of you for
Andy,
this.
I had a Hostess chocolate mini donut, and I ranked it a 10.
In the white paper bag with the little plastic one. He gave it a 10.
I love those things.
They're delicious.
They
Not a
leave a
10.
chalky, waxy film in your mouth.
Not a 10.
A 10 is a perfect food.
Before
Yeah,
I
not a 10.
before I let Becca listen to the pod, I went home and I had her do it. She did not rank them by numbers, but she's like, "Oh my god, this one is terrible. What is this?" I'm like, "That's the Hostess one." She's like, "Oh my god, the Kroger is way better. That is so much better." I'm like, "I'm just messing with you," and told her
They're still a 10.
it is. In my opinion, it was like the TGI Fridays versus the Kroger brand potato skins was the same as the donuts, and I said, "You can't name me another mini donut on the
skin's
market
not
that's
even
better
a
than the
10,
Hostess chocolate."
But the only way that chocolate donut from Hostess in a white bag is a 10 is if I've lived the last 5 years in the slums of Zanzibar. Okay? And I'm eating trash, literal trash.
So now that we're talking donuts,
Oh, I know the exact donut you guys are talking about. I would rank that at a 7. Because I do enjoy them a lot.
yes. How was everybody's Fat Tuesday?
Delicious.
I know.
Disappointing.
Disappointing.
I didn't get a single.
I had like 6.
I ordered 8 for between me and my wife. I had with being gastric, we would split them. So I had 2 full apples. This is within like 2 days, 2.5 days. A half a blueberry, a half a raspberry, a half a custard, and then 2 full apples.
I had 2.5 over 3 days. And this is only my second year ever having them. Huh?
I said, you guys spread them out over days.
Yeah, you had like 6 in 3 hours, but you
5 and 3
you
hours.
turn everything up to 11.
That's what I appreciate about you.
I mean,
Allegedly.
he is Spinal Tap embodiment.
Oh, I would have done a half a dozen had I not had gastric.
The apple one.
But I
is
would have been
my
in the
favorite
hospital.
one, though.
I just like custard. I got a raspberry and a custard.
There was
so.
we did have a strawberry cream, and it was
No, I
was
do
up
have
there.
I have to say this though, Tommy. You far overpaid in my opinion.
I
Like
did.
even the Hamtramck ones are not that expensive.
I paid
I think you said like
$72 for
16.
16 donuts
Goo.
and a large black coffee.
yeah. I got a half a dozen for $19.
Yeah. They were really good though.
I got mine for free.
Well, you know the best food is free food.
That's why they were so good.
So yeah, there you have it, folks.
Hold on.
Oh,
We got to do a 30-second review of our movie. Here's my review. The actors were good in the movie. Oh, we watched Unforgiven.
I was gonna say let's first of all talk about what movie we watched. So this week we did a watch party all together in my living room, and we watched Unforgiven. You can
guys are
continue, but you're just
unforgiven for making me watch that.
Unforgiven. I owe everyone an apology in this room for even deciding to watch that movie. I thought, you know what? I Googled Gene Hackman's best movies. And it was between French Connection or Unforgiven. And I'm like, let's do Unforgiven. Oh, my God. It was the slowest movie.
It was just god-awful.
It was bad.
We halfway through took a break and almost decided to just not finish it.
Yeah.
It was
Good
2 hours
acting.
for 3 seconds of action.
Yeah, the payoff was not worth it. The acting is okay because you have some really star-studded cast here, but Clint Eastwood, as always, is very one-dimensional. Gene
Angry man.
Gene Hackman played a role that he plays in a lot of movies, which is just the corrupt leader. You had Morgan Freeman, who played Morgan Freeman. And
For better lack of terms.
yeah. And it fell flat. Act 1, 2, and 3 all sucked. They were slow moving. The dialogue wasn't interesting.
I kept waiting for action.
It's a Western movie with very little action.
And it started off with an action scene where he was cutting up a hooker. I'm like, okay, here we go. And nothing for the next hour and a half.
Hooker. No, they were
Prostitute.
They were whores.
Hooers.
So yeah, the whole movie was about getting revenge on a couple guys that cut up a woman at a brothel, and they pooled their money together to have anyone that wanted to kill them. And you have 3 different sets of people that were trying to collect on a bounty.
Yep.
So you have multiple storylines that don't even pay off and come together.
No.
So one of my biggest issues is one of the biggest things in the movie that happened, a character death, off screen.
Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't even get to see that happen.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it goes from him being whipped to,
Oh, he died.
oh, he's dead.
yeah. So if you come across
Spoiler alert.
We were about as mad as Clint Eastwood was.
So if you come across that movie in your local Blockbuster, go ahead and skip it.
So, but I think we're good now.
It wasn't worth the electricity it cost me to download that off of a torrent site. Let's put it that way. So anyway, that I think about concludes our Monday Night Meat and Potatoes for today. Wait, you know what? I do have one more thing. Because fuck it. It's Mario Day.
That it is. Happy
Yeah.
Mario Day, guys.
So happy Mario Day. Let's do one more little thing here at the end. Want to know your favorite and least favorite Mario games?
Oh, man. Least favorite, probably Mario 2. Or
I don't know if you're allowed to claim that.
That's where I'm going to, because it's not a Mario game.
Yeah.
They literally just reskinned it.
It's a reskinned game from Japan called Doki Doki or something like that. I know it's not that, but it's a name like that where it's just repeated twice. It is a reskin game. That's why all these characters, like the egg spitting pink thing, and
yeah.
So it's
Birdo.
Birdo, yeah.
Birdo.
So that is my choice too, and I'm allowing it because it's
Terrible.
It's not a Mario game.
Yeah.
It's not. That's why I didn't know if you were going to allow it.
I'm allowing it. My favorite is Mario RPG though.
Okay, I think my favorite would be Mario 64, just because of
Hipster answer.
no, it's just
It's
the
cool
time
because
I
it's
played.
cool.
This man is not 100% at it.
No, I am not.
Have you?
When you're yes.
That's a difficult task.
There's some really good video
All
of
the
me
hidden
getting
stars and-
very mad. Specifically the red cap level where you got to get the 8 red coins.
Technically,
Oh my
no
God.
one's 100% in it because there is a hidden star no one's able to get.
Isn't it
I
like
do not know.
underneath this level or something?
It's in a place that's inaccessible. It's like
Yeah.
under some blocks or something like that. But for those of you that haven't played it though, Mario RPG.
I also do love Mario 3 though.
Mario 3 is good, but Mario RPG is made by Square Enix, who made Final Fantasy, and it's a really good turn-based RPG, JRPG.
Very good.
I just like the OG.
Just Mario 1?
Yep, that's my go-to.
Or are you talking the OG like Jumpman with Donkey Kong?
No, the OG Nintendo box.
So Super Mario
blowing the
Brothers.
cartridge.
Cool.
SNES, I think that's the best one.
Super Mario World?
Super Mario
that-
World's
that
really
one-
Mario
good.
World.
That's my second choice. If I'm going with just the platformer type of Mario game, it's definitely Super Mario World.
That would be 3 on my list. Because it would go 64, then 3, then Mario World.
And I guess least favorite.
Sunshine I didn't really care for.
You're wrong. Just
It's a
shut
dark
up.
horse. Sunshine was awesome.
Just stop.
I think
I'm
that's
done
one
with
of,
you.
That's one of my wife's favorite games.
Tom the Tornado
Well, I
strikes
think
again.
Galaxy's better than Sunshine, isn't it?
No.
I was actually going to say probably Galaxy 2 is my least favorite.
Yeah, I don't like the Galaxy games. And Sunshine is just a good RPG style game, like it's my type of game. So Andy just downed his watermelon hard liquor.
Mine's been gone since we started.
Would you like mine? Would you like to finish everything of mine?
It's delicious.
All right. I'm sorry. A couple things we had to remember there at the end. The movie was so bad and forgettable that we didn't even want to fucking review it this week. Next week, what are we doing? We might as well plug something here.
Well, it seems like half the stuff that we were going to do this week we did, and we kind of wing it to half. The rest of the time,
Empty.
No, he got a full spoon scraping the sides of that pudding. I mean, why you guys want to finish? Oh, did someone finish my pudding? There you go. That was my first bite,
Yeah.
so it came with a clean spoon. Even not that you care about eating after me. I'm pretty sure we've kissed in the past.
We won't bring up the meatball.
Oh, that's a good picture. Fridge took a meatball out of my teeth with his teeth.
That's beautiful.
And
It was
they were
beautiful.
1/2 inch
So
meatballs.
wait. I haven't kissed Andy or Fridge, but I've kissed James.
There
James, you
was
got
no
to kiss
kiss. We
all-
just touched teeth.
All right. Pay attention to our TikTok, our Instagram, our Facebook for what we're going to do next week. We have to figure that out still.
Yeah.
Next week's St. Patrick's Day, so it's going to be a little chaotic. We might be doing it live. We might not be. We have to figure that shit out.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some
We
St.
just
Patty's
might be
Day
puking all day.
themes. Are we going to watch Leprechaun? Is that what we're going to do?
I don't.
It's
We'll
such
have
a
to- we gotta
terrible
watch-
movie.
The thing is like I've seen. I think we've all seen it. So
Yeah.
I'd like to do movies that we haven't seen, or at least most of us haven't seen. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Pay attention to our social media. I think that concludes our Monday Night Meat and Potatoes for March 10th. Thanks, Andy, for coming on.
Yeah.
Hopefully you.
Enjoyed it.
Hopefully,
I even signed up before I knew I was given food.
So you'll probably see Andy come back on. Thanks everyone for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you next week with Monday Night Meat and Potatoes.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
This has been Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. We have big opinions and even bigger appetites. Everyone loves food, but not like us. And everyone has an opinion, but not like us. Look, it's 3 foodies sitting around talking food, movies, sports, personal stories, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. And we have fun. We hope you did too. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, hit us up on Facebook and Instagram at Monday Night Meat and Potatoes, on X and TikTok at Monday Night MP. See you next time on Monday Night Meat and Potatoes.